So, as we had last left it off, the party, charging into the lair of Kulazul, the Avaleth, managed to get underwater, and despite some close calls, Verity was able to deal with a killing blow, being completely and utterly overpowered by her wild magic at that point, firing off a guiding bolt that transformed itself into a stampeding unicorn that completely and utterly eviscerated Kurazul into nothing. You found the chest on his coral throne, and with some teamwork, you were able to get it to the surface. And upon picking the lock, you discovered 8 books inside. One of them, Arrabella, briefly examined, seemed to be made up of different languages and in code. And she is carrying the rest of them. You guys, following Talion's suggestion of climbing a waterfall, Arrabella found a gap in the waterfall that when she was able to jump across, followed by the rest of the party, you came across a room filled with Duergar, ancient enemies of the dwarves, subterranean dwarves with bluish ash skin with white beards. They were very clearly antagonistic towards you. However, there was some mutual benefit to be had, and they explained the situation in that they were here to find stolen jewels, and that they weren't leaving without them. And they could use your help because you were able to deal with Kurazul, whom they initially had been taken over by. So they told you of the dangers ahead. One room involving a banshee, and another room involving a puzzled door of some kind that they had been able to get by. And so they, in exchange for basically giving you the directions out of here, they got your help, and you guys have just finished an almost dangerous fight with the banshee, having been destroyed by Loic. The Duergar, led by their leader Dragon Igna, entered into the room and very cockily sneered that everybody proceed onwards. So, that was where we left it off.
These last couple hours, guys, in this cave has been nothing but just brutal.
Yes.
Now we have to
proceeding on.
Slavers.
Is there anything you guys want to do before proceeding onwards?
Oof. Maybe take a short rest. No, I should be okay.
Assuming that we're just going to a door, I mean, presumably we could take a short rest while doing the door.
I know for a fact that you guys have an abundance of potions. If you want to drink them now, it would be a good time.
I don't think we do anymore.
I have 2 commons.
I think everyone's got some on them. There's
I'm
nothing in the bag.
I do not have any.
I have 2 commons.
Have you been drinking health potions in your spare time, guys?
13.
Yeah, just for fun.
I think you guys have got a problem.
Just for the warm, fuzzy feels. Tootsie!
I
hear they brew it with alcohol.
Myself up with something.
Maybe.
It'll be okay.
Alright, so proceeding on with going down the spiral staircase that leads underneath the balcony outwards. You guys enter into a new courtyard beyond. Now, having a look in this area, it looks like it was some form of guard area, maybe a barracking kind of area. There is a toppled statue of some dwarven hero, maybe leader, that is currently on the floor. Before you is a mega door. This one not as big, not the biggest door you've seen so far, but definitely one of the most intricate ones, adorned with a great many patterns, designs, bearing the sigils of 2 hammers over a mountain. Korgrin, you would innately recognize this as the sigil of Clan Duggar.
It's above the doorway as well there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Tanner's going to head over here.
Any idea what this section is?
It used to be, from what you can tell, Korgrin, it was a greeting area slash a barrack kind of area. Effectively, it was a multi-purpose kind of area that has since collapsed into ruin.
Gotcha.
How many pieces is this statue in?
If anything, you just get the feeling that you're in the middle of a castle right now, but all you see are the ice walls and the remains of the stone structures of the dwarven ruins themselves.
Rich did ask as well, how many pieces is the statue in?
Oh, dozens.
Probably not something we're just lifting back up then.
Yeah. It's like completely and utterly smashed. Sorry, if my move tokens, you'll be able to see better. Yeah. So, smile. The door itself has some inscriptions on them. And as you look at them, they are all in Dwarven. So, aside from Korgrin, does anybody else speak Dwarven?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you can read this as well. And as you go up to them, they are charged with an arcane energy. And as you go to read them, the words themselves seem to spill out into your ears, and you can hear them. Every moment.
Is the vizier of Colossus and Tree. Ease to the heart of stone, of rock and metal and lime.
Gonna be honest, it's very, very quiet.
Yeah, I caught rock, metal, and lime, I think, in the last one.
I think Colossus.
Alright. I'm setting the volume up to full for these ones. So, from the start.
This is the vizier of Colossus and Tree. Keys to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock and metal and lime. Around its dance war goes on, until the birth of Arrabella. You are welcome, if you be true and free.
I'm true and free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real hard to hear.
The danger once wrought with death. The ancient house, long forgotten, we took with a modicum of time.
And that's the end.
I could
I-
really hear it.
I could hear bits of it. It was a little bit awkward to get it completely, I'm afraid.
It's primarily because it was coming through Roll20 and through Discord at the same time.
Oh, we've got words. Sick.
Thank you.
Not on mine, because I mute everything on Roll20.
Oh, no, as in, it's come through on Roll... Oh, right, Roll20, yeah, the words. Who sits of the drink? Okay. I mean, at this point, turning to Dracon Igna, considering he's the one that said he'd be able to get us through the second door if we dealt with the Banshee, just be my guest.
They did not say that. They said there were two obstacles in their path that they hadn't been able to get past. One was the Banshee, and the other one was the door, and they hadn't been able to open the door because the Banshee kept on being a problem for them, so they hadn't been able to actually They are aware that there was a puzzle here, but they didn't have time to figure it out, essentially.
Then I'll ask for their input on the matter.
Oh, well, this is a surface of a trick, more or less. We just gotta figure out exactly what kind of trick it is, and then I'm sure the door will open up.
Smart, because we didn't figure that much out.
Okay, inspecting
Is it
the
Clan
door.
Dugmore? Is it Clan Dugmore? Was that the clan that's
Clan Duggar.
Clan Duggar? Okay.
Right, it's talking about the Colossus and...
I want you to go and make an investigation check, Loic.
I'd like to assist or cast guidance because I was mentioning I was doing the same.
No, I was in cast guidance. Verity, nothing happens to you. You can roll a d4 as well.
So a 13.
13. You go over the door, Loic, and it does appear that there are slots in there, but whether or not there's slots for keys or something else, you can't tell.
Can I give the statue an inspection? Is there any inscription on the base, or...?
Yeah, go ahead and make a investigation check. You can also go ahead and make a history check, brother.
Well, I think it would be more...
God damn,
I'll
this is
say it to
fantastic.
Corgi. I'll be like, Corgi, do you know about these?
No, you don't really find anything, Rennas.
Imagine my shark.
Might I attempt a...
Yeah, I
Any
think
then?
it's better for you.
Go ahead, make a history check, Korgrin, with advantage.
Oh.
Okay, so the clan themselves, Clan Duggar, the last ruler was known as Trigon. Rumors are about that he had an elven lover by the name of Marlor. However, the clan history doesn't say what happened to them. Only that the Drogon the Morva fell to ice and was evacuated, and eventually the clan itself died out because of it.
Do the slots look like book holes?
No. They are misshapen and of different sizes. One of them small enough to be the key, another one small enough to fit something the size of a laptop in.
Anyone got a laptop?
A laptop, like flat or thin?
Thin.
Thin. Okay. So like an arrow slit, a mid hole.
Yeah, something like yeah.
Just for imagination's sake. Okay. There are 5 of them. So here's the of course tree. These.
There are not 5 of them. There are 4 of them.
4 of them.
4 keyholes.
Or 4 slots of varying sizes and shapes.
Figure out what the keys of earth, stone, rock, metal, and lime are. Did we find anything from that one room with the hands? Did that have any tangible object?
No.
Can I get my books out and just see if any of them are in any language that I could possibly understand? Like the main ones that I'm interested in are the End Solution, White Argonath Rose, and Primal Beginning.
Okay. Let me get the notes up on that.
I do have an idea. Who
Right,
ultimately...
what was the first one you were interested in, Arri?
The End Solution.
Alright, so the End Solution appears to be, it's about 90 pages in length, Arrabella, and you spend, I'm going to say, a good 10-15 minutes going through this particular book here. It's difficult to tell because it is, once again, written in multiple languages. You only recognize a few of them. But the languages that the words that you do recognize paint a picture that appears to be a 90-page document that summarizes a vow or a contract. there's a mix of probably about a dozen languages. And what sort of tips this up for you is that the final 5 pages are filled with signatures of what you guess are apparent aboleths. And in that long list of signatures, you find the name Kulazul among them. This is a very complicated thing, and similar to the previous one, it will require a significant amount of time to translate from multiple speakers.
Oh, that's fair.
There are no tunnels on the. There are no colours on the lock, Verity.
Who touched the orb from the room with the giants?
Verity.
Verity, do you mind trying to put your hand in one of these slots?
I assume she's eating at the moment. So that's why she's typing.
The laptop-sized one. Oh my god.
Okay. You fall backwards onto the ground. You take a point of damage as your nose is making your eyes water.
My daughter.
That was dumb.
There is seemingly no reaction from the door. The Duragar, however, laugh their asses off at you.
Did she actually put her hand into the door, though?
Oh no, Otti, no.
So, like, she ran into the door. That's what she said she did. She didn't put her hand in a slot or anything.
Would you potentially try putting your hand into one of these? I think the keys might have to do with the things that are being guarded here, and we might be the ones who are able to unlock them.
I mean, as far as we know, they're all orbs, and they're all the same size.
And brushes herself down. She goes up to one of the slots and puts her hand in it, and there's seemingly no reaction at all.
Maybe try the other slots just to be sure, so we can rule that out at least.
So she'll go through each of the slots, and there is absolutely no reaction from them.
All right, disregard.
What are the shapes of the slots?
They are various. All of them are thin, however, they are of different sizes. 2 of them are small. 1 of them is a medium size. 1 of them is large enough for like slipping out, like something the size of a laptop, essentially, like an arrow slip.
All rectangular.
Some of them, 2 of them are square. 1 of them is rectangular. 1 of them is more of a circle.
Square. Is the rectangular one the really thin one?
Yeah.
Rectangular.
Do I see any of the statue that would fit in there? So his sword, perhaps. His sword would fit in the long, thin one.
Do you want to try and pick up the sword?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and make a strength check. Alright, so it takes you about a minute, because it is fucking heavy. It's like a pure stone sword. Your sweat is dripping down from your brows. You're like, and you just shove it into one of the slots, and there is seemingly no reaction at all.
Does it seem to fit quite well in the slot?
No, you have to like proper jam it in there.
No, I'd take it out and drop it again.
It falls onto the floor and creates a massive clang.
So we said
It's standard sword hilt, kind of T-shaped with a pommel. However, it is made of pure stone.
Are these an actual building, or is it just broken walls?
They're the remains of an old building.
Okay, can I pop on inside? Is there anything in there?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I will do so. Where's investigation there?
You can't find anything except for just ice and rock.
Is it furnished, or is it literally just ice on the floor?
It's ice on the floor. I mean, you look into the ice and it looks like there used to be multiple layers to this place, but that's a very common thing in this place.
Okay.
I'd like to go up to the piano, if I may.
So you head back up to the piano, which is, I believe, been smashed by Loic.
Are any of the keys remaining?
Oh, yeah, the keys are remaining.
I smashed the panel.
I think that's someone did something to the piano. Another
yeah,
open,
I did. I stacked to share the piano. You're right.
Yeah.
Can I take one of the keys, or can I?
Yeah. I mean, they're just scattered around on the floor at the moment, so you pick up one of the keys.
With the
It is made of pure ivory, this key as well, so it's nice.
with the history check I did,
Yeah.
do I know if Clan Drogon had an anthem, a national anthem?
Drake and the Morga did have they had a few local songs, but they weren't really a kingdom of themselves. They were more of an extension of
Philly Durzan?
that's right. Yeah. No, that's not. No, there weren't. No, not
the other one. I've got it. Baron Zala.
That's right. Yeah, they're an extension of Baron Zala.
Play something? Can I play one of the songs then? If enough of the keys
The
survive?
piano has been destroyed. There is no playing it from that, unfortunately.
I'll take a handful of the keys then and come back down.
Okay.
The actual, keys themselves.
Righto. So, you guys have basically spent about 10 minutes going through these options, essentially. Arrabella, you have you've got this. What's the next book you wanted to look at?
Primal Beginnings, please.
Beginnings. Right. So this one is in common, if a bit like Latin-y, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, there we go. So, the Primal Beginnings, you start skimming through it. Now, it's a good long read. It'll take you probably a couple of days of solid reading to go from cover to cover. But having a quick skim across, it looks like it's an in-depth book that describes the beginnings of most of life and how the aboleths came to be, how they brainwashed lesser creatures, and their natural evolution into the ageless aberrations that they are.
Okay.
Okay, so Bella, I just want to make sure we know what sort of thing we're what was the question, Bella?
So, like, the actual size of the holes, because by medium could be varying depending on what we're talking about. Like, a medium elephant is still fucking huge.
So the two medium ones, they're about fist size or so.
Cool. Are they the square ones?
Yeah, they're the square ones.
Okay.
The circular one is probably the size of maybe Arabella's head.
Okay.
Stick your head in there.
Yeah, and then the rectangular one is the size of the laptop, effectively.
So just
identify will only works on a magical item or spell, not a puzzle.
I want to have another look at.
All right, so I mean, I just before you attempt this, Verity, I just want to tell you, identify won't help you in this situation. Okay, Rennas, what do you...
I want to have a look at the chest of the statue where his heart would be. It's a heart of stone.
The chest of the statue. Yeah, go ahead and make. Well, you've already had made an investigation check, but as you see through it, it's just nothing in there.
Does it weigh as much as the sword did for the mass sort of thing? It's like solid stone.
No, it weighs more because it's a solid rock.
But it doesn't feel hollow. Is my point. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Keys. I am genuinely stumped here, guys.
Yep.
I would like to come over to the bad dwarfs and sit down in front of them and ask them about their history and get them to tell me where they're from and how long they've been doing this for, and just keeping them busy but getting information.
Make a persuasion roll. They don't fucking like you.
They cannot like me. I'm being sweet enough. They can.
Maybe they've encountered something like this before in the deep.
They give you very little. Literally, they share their names, and they share how many people they've killed for asking stupid questions, and that's about it.
Can I tell them my life story as I remember it?
You get probably about 2 sentences in before one of them barks to shut up.
How long have I distracted them for, though?
Better part of 2 minutes.
God damn it. So I'd be like, it's been a pleasure talking to you, gentlemen. I shall carry on with my work.
If you insist. What a fucking weird thing.
I was trying to be nice to them.
They are fucking evil. Doesn't matter how nice you are.
It doesn't matter. I don't know how evil they are. I know that Korgrin hates them and that's it. But they might be nice people.
Okay, so. Bear with me just a moment. Six. 2. Sorry, I'm just trying to do something that might help you guys a little bit.
Thanks.
Was the statue wearing armor? It was.
It was sculptured in armor, so like the armor is stone as well.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Has
4.
anyone actually investigated individual holes?
No, not yet.
Can I investigate one of the fist-sized ones, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check, please.
Put your hand in.
I'm not putting my hand in yet.
You don't discern anything odd about it. It's looks like something might fit in there, but whether it could be, I have no idea.
Not able to make an assumption, or there's no marks or scuffs in there that.
It looks like it hasn't been interacted with for a good long time, and despite the fact that there's a lot of ice, there's a good thin layer of dust about. 4, 5.
Okay.
Could
I look at the one the size of my head?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same deal, really.
Okay. I'm not going to stick my head in. That's more dangerous.
Right, so I'm gonna play the riddle again, so hopefully you guys can hear it a little better. I'm gonna lower it down on my Roll20, so hopefully you don't hear it through through Discord as well.
We have the words.
There's probably something in the way that this said.
Yeah, okay.
This is the vizier of Colossus and True. He leads to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock, and metal, and lime. Around its dark, war goes on and on, until the birth of Arri. You are welcome to be true and free. Are the old ways lost and gone? The danger once wrought with death. The ancient house, long forgotten, betwixt with modicum of time. This is the vizier of Colossus.
Oh, it's going through again.
Can I pull out a knife?
Yeah.
Can I cut my hand?
Oh god, that's a good sign.
You cut your hand and it starts bleeding. You take a point of damage.
Can I put it in one of the holes?
Yep. And there's seemingly no reaction.
Can I put it in another hole?
You put it in another hole, seemingly no reaction.
I put it in another hole.
No reaction.
And in the last hole.
No reaction.
Shit, so it's not iron and it's not blood.
Korgrin, I will say I like this sort of ritualistic magic you've gotten yourself into with the blood. Keep that up.
It's not a regular thing.
So when he cuts his hand, it's fine. But when I do it...
To give it to a knife, yes.
I was giving it to a knife?
Talion says something at this point. He says, it sounds like a poem, but it doesn't rhyme.
But there are rhyming lines if you move them all up. If you rearrange things. So here sits the Vizier of Gloucester Tree, the ancient house long forgotten. You are welcome if you be true and free. Keys to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock, of metal and lime. The ancient house long forgotten betwixt with a modicum of time. So there are definitely lines that go together.
Are the old ways lost and gone? The danger once with death.
Around its dance.
War goes on and on until the birth of Argoneth. But then that's whether that's the correct order as well, because it could be in any orders.
Could be any order, but at least we know that there are lines that go together, which I hadn't noticed. So I'm going to try and put them together, see if it gets us anywhere.
We can figure this out. Boop.
Maybe it's something else within the cave that we need to unlock this door.
Do we think that, Jack?
Dwarven doors generally have everything they need in the immediate.
Okay.
The only exception that you're aware of, Korgrin, are vault doors. They're the ones that are protected by the entire area.
Fantastic.
Verity, these are Dwarven poems that are not your area of expertise. So you can go ahead and make a history check, but these will be high.
Let's see.
If it doesn't make sense, figure it out.
No, it's not something you've heard of before, Verity. In fact, Clan Duggar is all new information to you.
See that you
I'm
are
going to go and sit on the bed because I'm annoyed.
True and free.
The bed is somewhat destroyed from your own rage, so it's not comfortable.
I'll go and sit on the mattress at least.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Bella?
That you are welcome if you be true and free. I'm not sure if it just doesn't seem to fit anywhere, like where we would expect it to be if we were trying to make the lines rhyme.
But it sits right after
But
Zero Colossus and Tree.
It doesn't sit sensically. Like if you read it, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, it makes sense after the. I don't know.
Does it make sense though? You are welcome if you be true and free to what? You're welcome. Like it doesn't.
To whatever's behind the doors, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah.
Colossus and 3. What are we thinking that means?
Well, Colossus is the Colossus Tree.
Enough time has passed. You can start skimming the next book. What would you like to? What was the next book you wanted to start skimming?
Let's go with Why Argoneth Rose.
Where is it? Alright, so this one is actually a little bit shorter. This one's more of a brief anecdotal account that appears to be a little more than educated guessing from Kurazol. It is written in Latin Common again. This one, like I said, to read it from cover to cover, it will take you, a better part of a couple of days, but the general gist of it that you get from just reading key excerpts over the next 10 minutes is that Kurazol was approached by demons some 40-odd years ago to join their master in conquering mankind, as apparently a destiny or prophecy foretold it. Kurazol turned them down, having little interest in another person's empire, but he took note of Argonef, and each time he enslaved or enthralled something, he gleaned them for knowledge of the demon lord. Kurazol goes on to conclude that Argonef clearly had a mind gifted for magic, chaos, and secrets, which is why the war lasted for so long. However, that same mind is clearly wrecked with madness and insanity, causing him to make decisions that had little to no point or value, and giving his enemies time to recover and regroup and counterattack. He details that the biggest blunder that Argonef made in the war was sending the vast majority of his foot demons, Manizes and Drennases, Dretches, and a few higher-ranked demons that never went above the rank of Glabrazoos, to invade the forest north of the town of Brine with no real target in sight. It caused Windward forces to rally and destroy the bulk of his army, leaving him wide open for counter-invasion. But that's what you glean over the next 10 or so minutes.
Okay.
So.
I just get a rehack of There's 5 places where there are holes in the door. There's
4.
Okay, that's why I just want to make sure, because I thought I heard 5. So 2 squares, a rectangle, and a circle.
Yeah.
Cracking. And how big are the rectangles we established, or how big are
size?
No, the size of a laptop, of an arrow slit, essentially.
The square is the fist.
Yes.
Yes.
2 squares are fist size, then there's the laptop, and then there's a round one that's about the size of Arri's head, so a small person's head.
Do you want me to play the thing again? Do you think that'll help?
It's not very clear, to be honest, Jack. It's really not. So if there is a clue in there, we're going to need to get another way. Sorry.
Then I'll speak it out loud then, and hopefully that'll help.
Or you could paste the audio to the Discord, and we can listen.
That would also work if you actually send the audio file itself.
The audio files I sent through email and are currently saved on Roll20, and they're mixed up because yeah. So I can't say I only have another audio file.
Oh, okay.
So here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree, keys to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock and metal and lime. Around its dance war goes on and on until the birth of Argonef. You are welcome if you be true and free. Are the old ways lost and gone? The danger once wrought with death. The ancient house, long forgotten, betwixt with a modicum of time.
Can I history check the ancient house?
Yeah, sure.
I assume that was House Duggar or Clan Duggar.
Yeah. What they say about it?
I know nothing.
You have a guess that is probably referring to Clan Duggar, but that's about it.
Was there like an heir to Clan Duggar, do you know, Korgrin? Because betwixt with time could be the second, which would be the second Clan Duggar.
That was the thing that the history check established, was that there wasn't an heir, and the last one that died was King/ruler Trigon.
His official title was Vizier.
Vizier Trigon. He had an elven.
I don't suppose he was Trigon the second by any chance, was he?
He was Trigon the 41st, actually.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I don't know of any modicums of time called the 31st, so I can't help you.
Do I think it's something to do with forging? With
You have no
craft?
idea.
With creation?
No, you don't get that sense.
Is it something metal related? Because keys to the heart of earth, of stone, of rock, and metal and lime
Certainly could be.
is something
Dwarven,
common between.
dwarven keys were usually made of metal.
It bugs me that there's 5 things there: earth, stone, rock, metal, and lime, and only 4 holes.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's
They're all of the ground.
it's not just that, but there are only 4 things depending on how you read it. So
Keys
heart,
of earth.
keys to the hearts of earth,
Yeah.
of stone, of rock, and metal and lime.
Metal and lime.
I think Talion
Right, okay.
will join you on this one, Korgrin. It says, I think we're focusing too much on a line. I think we need to be looking at it as a whole. We've established that it's in the wrong order. We need to figure out what the right order is, and then maybe something will make sense.
We tried
So
this.
what you're saying is that all of the suggestions we've made at rearranging so far don't make sense?
Well, do they make sense to you?
No.
No,
They
it
don't
makes
make sense to me. It's just that this entire poem itself makes no sense to me, and that's not a dwarven thing as far as I'm aware. They're pretty blunt and to the point about things.
Say that last bit again, Talion, if you don't mind.
What'd you say, Loic?
Go ahead and say that last bit again, Talion, if you don't mind.
Well, dwarves are pretty blunt and to the point. I mean, with my experience with them, that for it to be, well, make no sense, that's not their style. It just makes me think that it needs to be rearranged to make another message.
I'm thinking about that. I tried rearranging it, but it still doesn't make a ton of sense.
Do we
Yeah.
think it starts with here sits the vizier of Colossus and Tree?
Yes.
It makes sense to me to get longer. So the first 2 lines will be the shortest, and then so on. So the order that I put it into the chat is, I think, makes the most sense, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense. So I could well be wrong.
Well, let's think about this for a moment, shall we?
Shall we?
Well, we've been thinking about it for the better part of 30 minutes, but here's Sister Vizier of Colossus and Tree. I mean, to me, that sounds more like an ending than the beginning.
Oh no.
Does it? Doesn't to me.
Sounds more to me like a beginning.
That definitely sounds like a beginning to me.
Well,
Yeah.
if it was a poem, then how do you start off a poem? By
Introducing the scene.
setting the scene.
Yes, that's how you start. Here sits the vizier. So here he is. This
Do we
is where
think-
we are.
All right, hear him out. Do you think it starts with the ancient house then? The ancient house, long forgotten betwixt the modicum of time.
It could very well be that.
Keys to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock, and metal, and lime.
The ancient house long forgotten betwixt of the modicum of time. Keys to the heart of earth, of stone, of rock, and metal, and lime. Oh, that certainly makes a lot more sense to me.
Still
Always
not really.
lost and gone, the danger once fraught with death. Around its dance war goes on and on until the birth of Argoneth. Here sits Vizier.
Oh
of
no,
Colossus
you are
and Tree.
welcome if you be true and free.
Tree. Here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree.
How I've just put it into chat. Oh no, yeah, I've got the last 2 lines the wrong way round.
The ancient house long forgotten betwixt the modicum of time. Keys to the hearts of earth, of stone, of rock, and metal, and lime. Are the old ways lost and gone? The danger once brought with death. Around its dance.
Yeah, I know.
The birth of Argoneth. Here sits the tree of Here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree. You are welcome if you be true and free.
Oh, there's so much text.
I'm just putting it in different orders because he's Italian thought the here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree.
Loic, go ahead and make a religion check.
So I think line 3 and 4 are meant to be the other way around.
You feel no connection to the Watcher at this time.
Around its dance war goes on and on until the birth of Argneth. Are the old ways lost and
The
gone?
last
Stage
two
ones
lines, they're the odd ones out, aren't they not?
They're shorter than the rest, definitely.
Well, they're both endings. You are welcome if you be true and free. It's Sister Vizier of Colossus and Tree.
Oh, fuck. Do we think it's 2 different poems?
Hmm.
Even if
I don't
it's
think so. I mean, it all makes sense so far, but those last 2 lines, they both make. I don't know. To me, they're saying the same thing, but differently. Listen. You are welcome if you be true and free. Here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree. Here sits the Vizier of Colossus and Tree. You're welcome if you be true and free. So, I don't know. I'm lost here. I feel as if those last lines are they're off somehow.
Can we prove to a door that we are true and free?
By getting bald naked.
I mean, we could just tell the Dark Dwarves to fuck off and just leave and go do something else.
What if it is?
You are
I'm
welcome, Vizier of Colossus and Tree. Here sits if you be. Oh.
Maybe there's another message in there. Something we've overlooked.
The keys are around you here. That's the first line of every one that I've just got. That might be a coincidence, but I've literally just put them in front of me. And the first line of every first word of
As
every
you
one
say
is...
it out loud, there's a around in the room.
Really?
That was not a coincidence. The keys are around you here, so we need to look around here. Now, someone else look at that statue, because I'm sick of looking at the bastard thing.
Where did that come from? There.
Let's see if there's anything on the ceiling. I feel like we haven't really been looking up.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Where did the thump sound come from?
All around you.
All around.
Why do I keep rolling with advantage? I don't know.
I don't know.
There we go.
Turn it off.
You don't.
You
don't
actually roll it with disadvantage.
You
Yeah, I was gonna
look
say
around,
what
though, but you don't really see anything.
Oh yeah.
It might be you've turned an accidental setting on in your.
Yeah, let me see if I.
At the end, it says free tree in the end, so we get a free tree if we get through this door. I'm excited about that.
That's exactly what it means.
I love trees, you know me.
Okay, so the keys are around us, but so... I mean, the statue's got to be some of it, so...
The hands, the head, and the sword. Shove them in.
Can I
I mean,
inspect
what
the
side of
holes
the door?
again, just to see if anything has happened to them after I last had a look?
You have a look at them, but they don't seem to have changed at all.
Okay. I was hoping that something may have slid into a hole or something.
How heavy are the hands of the statue?
Like twice the weight of a bowling ball.
I'm going to
What
investigate the
is-
statue.
I'm sorry.
Why are you making a con save, Loic?
I don't see why thinking disadvantages.
With double natural ones.
Have you got a setting on your character sheet where you've got the toggle next to core bio and spells, roll queries, change to...
I've sorted it out for you, Loic. You're rolling normally now.
Cheers, thank you. Double negative save, bro. That's a heart attack, straight up.
Alright, so everyone just go ahead and make perception checks for me, please.
Can I move into the building thing down here and do my perception check down here? I think
Yeah,
the
of course,
building's
of course.
important somehow.
So, Arrabella looking. Oh, fucking. And Otti. Wow. So, Arri, Otti, Bella.
All
Not
of a sudden, see everything.
You immediately notice hanging from one of the low icicles from the ceiling, where it wasn't there before. It looks like some form of illusion has gone away, and there, hanging from the edge, is a key.
Oh, Jill, look at that. There's a key.
I turn to Bella and I'm like, do you want to lob me?
Yes, I do. More than anything.
Go ahead and make an athletics check, Bella. And Arri, go ahead and make a dexterity, an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
I really wish it was going to be an athletics one because I got better athletics than I do acrobatics.
The aim is good, and Arri, you grab the key. However, you are unable to fall gracefully, and you go smack bang into the ground. You take a point of damage as you slide across the ice, but you've got the key in
I got
hand.
it. I got it. It's all good.
That's so cool.
This one is square shapes.
I'm just going to lay here for a bit. So if someone wants to come get this key off me, I'm just like,
shove it in.
half-bits were not made to fly.
Right, I'll put it in one of the square-shaped holes.
Seems sensible for a square-shaped key.
Rennas, you do not find anything.
Has my roll only just come through? I did it at the same time as everyone else.
No, because you're inside the room.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I mean, I've rolled a 6 anyway, so.
Loic, you did not notice anything else. I would say, just for the sake of brevity, you guys spend the next 10 or so minutes having a look around. You find 2 keys in previously illusioned areas of the buildings. One of them is the circle key, and one of them is the other square key. The last one is, in fact, in the eye of the statue, previously illusioned to seem like it was fixed. The face is, in fact, completely smashed apart. And inside that is the key. It's the long rectangular one. So, with that, you guys have now found all of the keys available. To which Dracon just goes, well, it's about fucking time. Go on, Edna, open it up, let's see what we got.
I think the word you're looking for, fucking utter, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're not funny.
Am I funny, boys? Yeah! Well, looks like I got half a crowd that agrees with me. Sorry about
You've
that,
got
boy.
a bunch of fucking sycophants. Get a grip.
Sorry about that, boy. Right, so who's putting the keys in there?
I'm putting one of them in.
I'll help.
I definitely don't think it meets the description of free at heart.
Korgrin.
I'll happily do one.
At this point, you think that the poem was basically just a poem to hide the true message, which was the keys are around you here. So Bellatrix and Korgrin are taking the key. 2 more people.
Yep, I'll grab one.
So Rennas.
I'll grab the one for the statue, seeing as that statue was the bane of my investigations.
So you take the long, thin one. Who'll be the last person?
Someone, please.
I'll grab it.
Arrabella. So you all go up to your respective key slots. You put it in and turn. Can I get wisdom checks from you all, please?
Okay.
Oh, I did a saving throw. Sorry.
Yeah, just to check, please.
Check.
Same.
Wisdom check.
No difference.
Rennas
Still
can
disadvantage, but it
reroll
would've-
did a wisdom save.
Oh,
Oh god, I did. Thank God. Well, not yeah, because it's going to make loads of difference. Oh, okay, it is. Yay.
Okay, so as you all go to turn, there is a lot of pushback from the door. However, Korgrin and Rennas, you're able to get your keys to the side, and doing so allows you to effectively help out the other two, and that brings their keys over to sort of inwards. It almost is like there's a spirit pushing back against you, preventing you from like putting the keys in. But working together, you're able to do such a thing, and with that, the door opens up. Inside, as the door slowly opens, you immediately find a throne room with a tattered purple carpet and 6 trees, like living trees, not live trees, just regular trees that have somewhat been frozen still. There is a throne at the end of it, and behind that throne, a much larger golden door that Corbin, you immediately clock as the door to a tomb, maybe an ancestral tomb. On the throne, however, is a fully cladded armoured skeleton, extremely large, much larger than any dwarf, and it is just sitting there, seemingly dead and forever locked in a pose of authority over the area.
Is it large or just large for a dwarf?
Oh, terrifying.
Can I make an Arcana check on the skeleton?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. There is something off about the skeleton, definitely.
Oh boy, I relay this to the party.
Evil.
Do I get the feeling of necromantic magic?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh. Something.
Difficult to tell. It's not normal for a skeleton to be this big, essentially. However, you do recognise the armour as ancestral dwarven plate armour.
Do we think it's going to attack us? If the
I don't know, but Corgi's eyeing up that armour.
Not seen. It's not moving at the moment. It seems to just be a skeleton sitting in a throne.
Should we try and attack it before it attacks us?
I'm going to say to the purple bad dwarfs, I'm just going to be like, just stay back a minute. This thing seems odd.
Can I,
All right, you go ahead and be our guest.
can I call out
You should
to
tell them to go ahead.
Vizier Trigon? If you still walk these lands after death, please let us know. We seek passage. We seek an audience with your majesty.
The fingers start creaking, and the head slowly turns towards you, Korgrin. And
I
whilst the
prostrate
mouth doesn't move, you hear an ominous voice echoing from the skeleton itself. You may approach.
Oh, do it.
Thank you, Vizier Trigon. Fucking shit myself here, guys.
You got this, dude. You got this.
I approach.
Yeah, do it.
I want you to make a religion check, please, Verity. So, You feel that Steve is with you at this time, but cannot communicate beyond more than being a reassuring presence. So, Korgrin, you approach the gigantic skeleton, which you now come to believe is in fact Trigon Duggar. It looks down at you, its empty sockets, cobwebs in them, and says, "Bow before the Vizier.
I prostrate myself.
The more the
I Yep.
He's just as weird as it is. If he could smile, he would. He seems to be pleased by your prostration before him. What have you to say?
We seek to better understand your kingdom. We wish to pay homage to you and to your tomb. We wish your permission to explore your kingdom and potentially walk away with your boon.
It leans forward, only about a few inches. My kingdom, my ancestral home, was wrought with a curse of cold and ice. The people abandoned, but I stayed to protect my birthright, and stay I will remain so, to protect against intruders and grave robbers.
Can you tell me what brought this curse about, Your Highness, Grand Vizier?
I do not know. After the end of the war, winter came for us all, and it never left.
Is it possible to rid your lands of this curse?
If it is, I do not know the answer.
Can I walk forward and kind of bow and show my reverence?
Yep. So as you walk forward and bow, he raises his fingers, basically as a signify that you may approach.
So I go to one knee, bow, sit next to Korgrin. I ask him, "Are you the last of your kind?"
I am the last of Clan Duggar. I am the last Vizier of Drogon the Morla. I am Trigon Duggar.
What lies behind these doors?
My ancestors and my treasures.
I see if he has a key on him. Or the vault.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Nope.
Difficult to tell.
What binds you to this plane?
My force of will.
That's
It is
fair.
my duty to protect Drogon the Morla, and I will uphold my duty to my last waking moment.
Is it possible to whisper to a skeleton?
You can try.
My Grand Vizier, whilst we are not grave robbers, there are those that have pressured us into this situation. There are Durgar behind our rank that have threatened our very lives in exchange for safe passage out of these caves.
I thought the fish had his way with them.
We rid your lands of the lamprey-looking shite.
One of these
You
governments
cannot kill Kuras.
did it, bud. Completed it, mate.
Well, we rid the land of his mortal form, I suppose. If he returns, then he returns.
An aboleth cannot die by the hand of mortals. It will return one day, and it will remember. You have marked yourself an eternal enemy.
Yeah, that's fine. What else? Not the first time, won't be the last.
We are already being chased by an eternal enemy by the name of Arganeth. We seek to rid the lands of him and his presence, his ilk. If we may have your boon and your blessing, we may better defeat this evil.
Why would I want to stop Arganeth?
He may very well have been the one that brought the curse upon your land, this eternal winter.
Many things could have brought this curse. Whatever it is, lives on. Arganeth's way was chaos and destruction and madness. The ice and the cold is the will of something else.
Do you serve Arganeth or the thing that brought the curse along?
I serve nothing. I am the Vizier of Dwarven the Morla. All serve me.
Of course, I apologize for questioning your ever-powerful might.
You get the sense he is insulted.
I profusely apologize for insulting your ever-growing power and might to live on after death by sheer force of will. It is truly a force in itself to be reckoned with.
Your honeyed words mean nothing. You seek my boon. You are not worthy.
What might be proof of our worth?
If you wish for me to test you, I will.
Oh, great
Sure.
benevolent presence. I have been to the capital above which these ruins lay. I care deeply to find why the ice has essentially taken this city into ruins and frozen everything underground. This is something we both care about and could potentially work with each other. Or
Why would I lower myself to work with you? I am the Vizier of Drogon the Border, and you are but a commoner.
And yet, as a commoner, I am willing to leave this hall that has clearly been dead for some time now and work on the behalf of someone as great as you, while you may guard your ancestral homeland.
Your honeyed words mean as little as your compatriots. You are not worthy.
And you shall sit forever forgotten by the halls of time, thinking about what your empire once was.
If that is my curse, then so be it.
Fair enough.
'Tis my duty and my destiny.
Can I call Dracon over? You know, like,
Could
I
be.
can get over here, you smarmy skinned
Alright.
bastard.
So Dracon will come over.
And I will immediately take a step back, shimmy backwards on my hands and knees.
As soon as he gets into sight, he's like, "Oh, well, you're a big fucker, aren't you? Durlaga in my home.
Yeah, we said.
You insult us all." And he's addressing you, Korgrin.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Never wanted to.
Dracon steps forward and he says, "Well, you've got yourself a mighty fine tomb here, you little dog fuck. But we've come for our jewels and we ain't taking no for an answer. So you'll be giving them back to us now. You dare address the vizier of Drogon the Mortar in such an uncouth fashion. Oh, I dare, you little dog fucker. I dare indeed. Now give it back, you wee little thief, and maybe we'll just leave you a little bit of your tomb left to fucking whack yourself to death on her."
I'd like to strike Dracon from behind.
I don't know. We might need his help.
Dracon and the Duragar are very untrustworthy of all of you. If you wish to strike Korgrin, you won't get a surprise. It will start initiative.
Fine. On the one hand, I've got Talion telling me don't kill these things. On the other hand, I've got the king telling me I'm a traitor for allying myself with these things. Like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to do this.
We also told him they were here, so I don't know why he says twice.
I was exactly the same. Like, you did warn him that they were here. It's like, they're here. Yes, yes, I do.
They were here, but then you went and invited them in.
Korgrin, as much as I hate these dudes, I honestly don't think this guy is going to budge. Trigon is. He's been here for God knows how long. Even if we kill these dudes to impress him, I don't think it's going to do much.
Back out of the room and close the door. Leave all the door.
If anything, we could help him.
So then, Trigon, I am gonna hand it over. If you take one step further, I will silence you forever. Your soul will be left to wander the abyss of these halls, lost and aimless, hungry and angry forever. That there, that's an empty threat from an empty skeleton. Hand it over.
At this point, Trigon, you've only seen his fingers move at this point, but now the entire body steps forward, gets off of the throne, stands up. His right arm extends and materializes a great black blade, extremely long, that he holds. So everybody else would be a great sword, but for him, he holds it in one hand.
One more word, Jorga. Hunt.
Trigon's anger is unmatched, and you all feel a chill in the air. As he raises his sword and goes into attack, not discriminating against all of you.
That's what I thought.
At this point, Dracon says, just a brief moment before he does attack, he says,
So,
Are you with us, or are you against us?
I am
yourself.
actually with you.
Should we just
Two
leave?
people said something there. I couldn't tell what you said.
Didn't help us fight the banshees. Why should I help?
I don't think Trigger's gonna budge. I'm with the slavers, ironically, on this one.
No, I am killing the Dark Dwarfs because my main man Corgi hates them, and that's reason enough for me.
You can kill them.
I'm in fan of killing everyone, so
Me?
Use the dwarf spell we can, and then kill them after.
Well, my only thought is if we kill the Dark Dwarfs first, that might prove to trigger on that we're worthy, and if we're not, then we kill him. But you know, we can at least try it first.
This guy's seen his entire empire collapse before him. Us killing a bunch of slavers isn't going to do anything for him. I don't
mean,
know.
it was thousands of years ago. He's well forgotten about that by now.
I mean, he's already
He needs
pissed
to
off
move on.
with me because my honeyed words mean nothing. So
I'm not saying I'm making a difference, but I'm happy to take out the Dark Dwarfs first, and then if he decides to try and attack us, fair game.
Trigon's already going to attack, and he's not discriminating against all of you.
We let
He's
them
going-
fight. And then
Is
we
that
come back.
basically at this point? Is the party going to side with the Duragar, or are you going to fight both factions?
side with the Duragar.
I'm in both personally.
Side with them for now.
Oh, you've let me down, Corgi, but if that's your choice, then I've got to follow you.
I don't want to side with either of them.
Wise choice, Surfacer. Can I get initiative from everyone, please?
We are too weak to take on this clan of like fucking 6 slavers and then kill this archaic god. Hey, there we go. That's pretty good.
Hey.
I haven't rolled initiative.
Jack, by the way, do we have any idea what sort of race this dude is?
He's a dwarf.
He used to be a dwarf.
He's
Hey,
cute.
Paddy in with an natural 20 on.
Dwarves back in the day.
Really? No.
He
I
was
think
a
we've lost him
dwarf.
again. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he was a dwarf back in the day, but
Not anymore,
Obviously.
clearly.
obviously things have changed for him.
But so has his skeleton actually grown, or is it just that dwarves were bigger thousands of years ago when he was?
You have no idea.
In my eyes, all dwarves used to be giants, and then Corgi fucked them up, and now they're tiny people.
It could very well be that the necrotic energy has shifted his body into something more.
What necrotic energy? It was his force of will. That's what he told us. I'm not
Either way,
suggesting he lied
that
to us, Jack.
all that much quicker.
Dwarfs bred with whatever made halflings, because like humans must have mated with something to create the original halfling, you know?
I can understand mating with the dwarf, and I just wink at Corgi. Not that that's quite how mating works, but hey.
All right then.
10 minutes later, the little tiny crypt.
Okay. So who's not on there? Verity. So she got a lovely 3.
Pulling up the rear.
I can't even use text
Right.
against this guy 'cause he's okay.
Is anybody not on the turn order?
Loic, Arrabella, Bellatrix, Rennas, Otti, Korgrin, Verity. We've got everyone.
Alrighty then.
It's going to be great.
Verity, is the map just not loading for you, or is it all black for you?
She's just left roll
She
20.
gone.
Reloading, I believe.
Yeah. And if you have a microphone for combat, that would be really handy. Anywho's. Alright, so let me know if you still can't see anything, Georgia, but we'll go on with the top of the round, which would be Talion. Alright, so Talion is immediately going to rush off of size of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to take a shot there. So you're going to take 2 shots at him. Both of them miss against him. So they do impact on Trigon, but the arrows actually break off of the heavy armor on him. Taylor looks a little confused, but uses the last 5 foot of his movement to go there. Loic, it's your turn.
Oof, I'm gonna die. Disappointed I'm helping slavers, but I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast right into the dome of Trigon.
You hit him, however, the Eldritch Blast bounces off of his armor and impacts on the ice beside him. The second one hits.
Critical damage is double the dice, same modifier.
That's right, yeah. No, not double the dice. Double the damage that you roll, and then add your modifier.
Sorry. Okay.
So it's only 1d10 that you roll.
It would be 4 times 2.
It's definitely going to be a 4.
The 12 total.
So you roll 8 damage, and then plus 4 to it.
Correct.
So
and then sliding it back 10 squares if possible.
He's too large and too heavy to be pushed back, unfortunately.
No worries. What are these?
They're treat.
Alright, I'm gonna get behind with my boy Rennas. Yo, we're really in the trenches out here, and I'm done.
So yeah, as you hit him, bit of dust bounces, gets blasted away from the armor, and there's been some visible impact damage on him, but he seems very hearty. Okay, Arrabella. Actually, now at the end of your turn, he is going to. He's going to take a legendary action, and he is going to cast a spell.
Cool.
There you go. There's your notification.
Can I try to counter it?
All right, so you go to. So as he's moving forward, you can see an energy emanate from his fingers, and you instinctively go, and the energy dissipates from his hands. You've stopped it.
Perfect. None of my other spells are good against necrotic.
All right, so Arrabella, it's your turn.
Okay, so I am going to 5, 10. And then I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him. Get rid of spell before I forget. I've only got 1 first level remaining. And then I will go at him with my bow, and I assume it's Swift.
Pardon?
Am I going with the magic less bow so that the squib?
He is undead, so he's not a fiend.
That's fine. And I'll fail, and I'll curse.
The arrow just bounces off of the armor. The second one is just a hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage and then do my d6.
That's right. So 11 points of damage against him. This one finds purchase in one of the smaller parts of the chinks in the armor, and gets stuck and embedded in there. He doesn't slow down. He is still charging, effectively. Is there anything else you want to do, Arrabella?
I am going to go 5 feet more that way.
All right, then. Okay, that brings us to Bellatrix. You're up.
Better get out of the way so these guys can get through the doors as well. Just the thought.
I am going to rage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's going to be the other way. Then I'm going to sling the alarm.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Am I? No.
Yeah, you throw it. Twing! It just bounces off the armor.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
That does.
Yeah. Twing! No effect on him. Do you want to move anywhere?
No, I'm staying here.
So you're going to block the path of everybody else, is that right?
Oh, am I in the way? Otti's in the way. Otti's like more in the way than I am.
So it's the Duragar's turn. They're going to charge inwards. They only have 25 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They're going to hold an action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't know what we can do, actually. Yeah, actually, no, all of them are going to throw javelins at him. So that's going to be 5 throws against him, or +4. Miss, 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 miss. Yeah, miss. So all of the javelins just impact and break on the armor of Trigon Dagger, and they just go, fuck. And they get their pickaxes out ready to for the next thing. Rennas, you're up.
I'm so glad we sided with you, fucking useless bastards. I cockily say before I try and stay sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, I just aim my bow at him.
All right, make an attack roll.
See, baby.
Yeah.
Twing! Just bounces off the armor.
But that was 1 miss, not 5. And then I'm going to run up to here and attempt to hide behind this tree.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth roll. You have beaten his passive perception.
I fucking actually hid for the first time in weeks.
But I just want to point out that because you're right by the Duragar, they can still see you.
Oh, they better not attack me or I will stab the fuck out of them.
All right.
Understandable.
It is Trigon's turn. Trigon is going to charge forward. So he is immediately going to attack Dracon and Korgrin. And he has he's got multi-attack, so he's going to, and then an additional thing. So he is going to right, he's going to make 2 longsword attacks against Dracon. These are at +9.
Oh my god.
So 15 is a miss, but 22 is a hit. 2d10, 2d12. So that's 10 points of slashing damage against Dracon. Plus, sorry, this is a new creature form. So 10 points of slashing plus 12 points of necrotic energy for 22 points of damage in total. And then he's going to reach out with his hand and try to grab you, Korgrin. He's going to make a draining attack against you.
I hope he fails.
A +9 on this.
Aye.
Okay, so this is not about the damage, it's about the effect. However, it's an instant thing because he's touching. It's not a saving throw, unfortunately. Right, so you take So 18 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm unconscious.
23 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 3.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Love that.
And that is the end of Trigon's turn. Brings us to Dragon's turn. He sees you go down and he's going, alright, then we're fucking doing this. He smashes his hands together, and you can see his veins start to pulsate as his body immediately starts shifting, and he starts getting bigger and bigger, and he becomes a much larger Dragon. Which
Is there a great way to deal with that?
However, that is his.
His bonus action for Durga.
Doesn't say. Apparently, it's just an action for him. Let me have a look. Oh, look at the Durga.
It doesn't say it. Oh, actions. It just says actions.
Yeah.
1 minute, the Durga magically increases its size.
Yeah, if it was a bonus action, it would be in a different section for it. So I'm going to say that is his action to do that. However, now he gets advantage on strength saving. All right. At the end of that turn, Trigon's going to take a legendary action. He's going to make one longsword target against a non-grown Durga. No, that's a 14. That actually misses the Durga. He's just able to dodge to the side as the sword comes down, creating a small impact crater where it hits the ice. Okay, Otti, it's your turn.
I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to do Firebolt at him.
Okay, make a ranged spell attack, please.
I've fixed my sheet now, so this should work properly. There we go.
That is a miss. The flame strikes him, but it just causes no visible damage upon the armor.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to neck a potion.
Okay.
I'm still pretty hurt.
Right.
Do a greater. I'll do that in the meantime.
Okay. Trigon's going to use his last legendary action to cast a spell. Is anyone going to do anything?
I will not try to counter.
So Trigon is casting a spell as a legendary action. Are you going to do anything?
Where is he casting it?
Well, you just see him casting a spell. Like, you can see him starting to make the movements to cast a spell.
I'm gonna leave it for now.
Okay.
I don't have much left until the spell.
So I just need to check
This is when I regret everything.
All right. So I want Otti to make a, what is it? Sorry, my apologies. I want Otti to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sorry, Mama.
You save. You feel your eyesight almost go to complete blackness. However, you shake off the effect. It was blindness, deafness he was casting on you. He was trying to make you blind.
That's not fair. I have pretty
Okay.
eyes.
Korgrin, can I get a death saving throw from you, please? That's one success. Verity, you're up.
Okay, can I move to behind Arri?
Yep. So.
And I'm gonna Sacred Flame the Skeleton Man.
Right. So it's a dexterity saving throw from him.
Yeah.
He does not have. He only has a +2 to this.
But you still succeed somehow.
So yeah, he fails.
Okay, how many is that? 2d8.
2d8.
Okay, and then bonus action, I'm gonna Healing Light at Corgi. Get him up.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Blue.
So a holy flame erupts from beneath his feet, damage, and you can see it's caused some visible damage.
Oh,
But
for sake! You get 1 HP, Corgi.
he's at least he's back. All right, so that brings us to the top of round. It is Talion. Talion is going to take another 2 shots at Trigon, and he's now regretting that he cannot use his oath bow to the full extent. Hits and a miss. So he does 5 piercing damage against Trigon as it hits him straight in the back of the helmet. Yes, and then he is going to head over here. All right, that is Talion's turn. Loic, that brings us to your turn.
Easy gameplay at this point. I'm gonna peek out from behind my tree, shoot an Eldritch Blast.
All right. That is a miss, unfortunately. The Eldritch Blast flies forward, however, he's able just to move his hand and to strike out of the way. You go to follow the other one, but he just goes...
That's it for me.
All right, that brings us to Arabella's turn.
It's a simple class, but it's an honest living.
My dog is dreaming. I can hear her whimpering and moving while she's sleeping.
That's very cute. Nice.
Okay, right, so that is a hit for 9 piercing damage. 15 damage in total. So you strike him once in the weak armor. That one is also a hit.
Not quite.
So 8 points of damage. So yeah, 2 arrows find purchase in the weak parts of his armor. A bit of his armor kind of flies off from the impact. However, he's still pretty hearty. Are you moving anywhere, Arrabella?
No, I'm going to stick where I am.
All right, Bellatrix, it's your turn.
Okay. Hi. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. I'm going to scooch a little closer to Otti. Yeah, okay, sling the alarm. Let's try it.
Alrighty then, go and make an attack roll. No impact.
I'm gonna try again.
Bed.
Yeah.
And that one is just a hit.
Hooray.
This one clanks the side of his helmet, sort of bobbles his head a little bit, but yeah, it's
that'll be +2.
Just as a strange question, does the bludgeoning seem to have a better impact on him?
No, it seems to be as normal as the rest of them.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the Duragast turn. They are all going to take their actions to disappear from all of your view.
That doesn't fucking
great.
surprise me.
Since they are currently your allies, you get to see where I'm moving them, but they have effectively all turned invisible.
The
I
point.
want to be able to do that.
Reroll as a Duragar.
Okay.
Be a furbolg. They can turn invisible.
Nice.
And they're cute.
True, just Furbolgs don't get disadvantage in sunlight.
All right, Rennas, it's your turn.
And they have cow noses.
Okie doke. So Rennas gets to take a shot with his broken triple advantage for the first time in forever.
It does feel like a long time.
No.
Kill the lich, kill the lich, kill the lich.
That is
them hit.
No.
That is still a miss.
If
So
you
you
get
fired
our
by
like,
it, and,
suicide pact, yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, just flies off of the armor, impacting against the wall.
And I'm going to run up behind the throne and attempt to hide again.
Okay, make it a stealth roll. That has beat his passive perception, so you are hidden.
That's something. So next round I can miss again at 3 times. Yay!
So there's Trigon's turn. He has once again got his legendary actions back. He is going to take 2 attacks against Drakon, who is now the most visible threat. That is going to be a hit. It's 20 to hit him. And 20 to hit him again. So that's 2 attacks against him. So I just need to roll the little thing. What is it? So it's... Right, so it's 4d12 plus 10. So that's 31 points of damage against Drakon in terms of slashing, followed by 4d10 necrotic. Followed by another 20 points of necrotic damage against him. From those 2 sword strikes, Drakon just goes, and you can see he's been heavily wounded. He's forced backwards from this. He's on his last legs from that attack. And then with the final part of the multi-attack action, he is going to cast a spell. Is anybody going to do anything?
I'm good for now. I'm not going to do anything.
Verity?
I'll leave it.
Okay. Alright. Can I get 6-foot range? I need Verity, Arrabella, Bellatrix, Otti, Loic, Korgrin, and Drakon to make a Constitution saving for us, please.
Definitely felt like I should have countered it now.
Right, so Korgrin fails, Bella saves, Arri saves, Otti saves, Verity saves, and one from Loic.
Yeah, it's coming up. I want to see what it is before you say if I Yeah, I'm just gonna eat it. 1d10's not gonna help that very much.
The Drakon has advantage on this. So 13, and it is Constitution. He has got +3 to that.
Is it poison?
No. Yeah, no. Alright. So Loic and Korgrin fail.
Die.
5 plus 3.
Suck to die before.
Alright, so Korgrin and Loic, you both take 28 points of necrotic damage. The rest of you take 14 points of necrotic damage. And with
down.
that, Drakon falls.
This bitch wasn't even that strong. We could have killed. Oh, okay.
I'm looking real bad right now.
Now we're fighting a fight that wasn't even ours. We should.
Why are you coughing? Stop coughing.
I'm 8 health points away from just straight up dying.
As he points a finger and emanating from at the base of the door, a circular energy of necrotic power. It's almost a sphere of negative energy ripples out in a 60-foot radius. Inside that radius, you are all subjected to horrific powers that seep away into your soul. The majority of you are able to resist the majority of the worst of it. However, Korgrin and Loic, you're overcome by the sensations of the circle of death.
Love that.
And with that, that is the end of his turn. So Trigon is going to make a death saving throw because he is technically your ally at the moment.
Ugh.
It's a fail from him. Otti, it's your turn.
Mama!
Yeah,
Otti?
you're dead. So it's just you're down. I'm
I
gonna
do
try
have a
fireball.
potion on me if someone gives me. I'm 12 below. Korgrin,
No, you're not. You're just at 0, Loic.
okay.
Yep. It's only if it does twice your health, your
Oh.
maximum health.
Yeah. Firebolt hits him, so go ahead and roll damage.
I do have a potion on me though. If someone can get to me.
So you fire off a firebolt and it strikes him across the face. You can see part of his helmet has been blown away from this impact. Anything else you want to do, Otti?
I'm gonna stand in the doorway here. Hang on.
All right.
There.
Okay, it is Korgrin's turn. Can I get a death saving throw from you, please?
Yep.
A 1 success. Verity, can I get a death saving throw from you, please? Verity?
Oh,
Verity, you come back with 1 HP.
nice.
I'm cool! We're cool! We're dead!
Wakey, wakey.
Do I have a turn?
No, that was the end of your turn. Bear just a moment.
Legendary action, you're dead again.
Yeah, he's going to use a legendary action.
Yeah, here we go. Everybody ready to die again.
So he's going to cast a spell. You are awake, Verity. You can do something about this if you want.
I can do nothing.
I'm gonna counterspell just in case.
What level are you going to counter at?
I can only do it at 3rd.
All right, can this is a 4th level spell that he's casting, so the DC is 12, I believe. No, yeah, is that right?
Oh, fucking.
It should be higher than 12, right? Because it's her spell save DC, which is proficiency.
No, it's not. It's just 10 plus the spell's level, so it's 14.
Oh shit! Okay,
Plus
And
spell
that
casting
second one is called
ability.
Wild Magic, but
gotcha.
So the first one is the counter spell. The second one is the wild magic.
Plus spell casting ability modifier, but I doubt you've got 7 charisma.
no.
Makes sense.
I have 3 charisma.
Sorry, not 7. 6.
Yeah.
Sorry,
My
sorry.
spell attack. My spell
So
attack.
unfortunately, his spell casting ability.
Oh no, that's just 3.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you go to cast it. However, there is it does not overcome the effect of it.
I'm sorry, did I scare you?
Flame-like shadows reef from his body, causing him to become heavily obscured to everyone around him. The shadows turn dim lights within 10 feet of him into darkness, and any bright light in that area also becomes dim light.
Wait. I still have the daylight orb going from like an hour, like.
Yeah, so now that bright light is now gone to dim light.
Okay, but we can still see him then.
You can still see him. He's just obscured. He's not hiding or anything. He has cast Shadow of Moil, so which means he uses it's a concentration spell, but he has resistance to radiance damage. And then if someone attacks him within 10 feet, they're going to have a bad time.
Fucking
I've
hell.
had a bad time anyway, my dude.
The times are bad.
Someone bring the medic.
He's done that one. He's done that one, and he's done 2 of those. Righto. Okay, so that brings us to Talion's turn. Talion is gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Save his best friend Loic.
He's gonna shout, "Rennas, get Korgrin!" 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, Shit, he's gonna take 2 shots. No, he's not. He is going straight to Arrabella. He has a potion in his hands and he's rushing for Arrabella. That's his turn. Loic, it's your turn. Can I get a death save from you, please?
Of course.
That's 1 success. Arrabella, it's your turn.
Death save time.
Wait, didn't he just get you up?
I think he just came up to me with the potion. I don't think he gave it to me, did he?
So at the end of Arabella's turn, Trigon was going to take a legendary action to use his last legendary action to make a sword attack against Drakon. He does it. So there's 2 instant deaths fails from Drakon. As he plunges his sword into the unconscious body of Drakon, you can see a bit of blood spurt out from his mouth. So yeah. Okay, Bellatrix, it's your turn.
We didn't hear as well if Talion gave Arrabella the potion, or if he what his turn was.
He used his action to dash to get there.
Okay.
Okay.
But he has a potion in his hands, so.
Then I'm going to go get Loic up. I'll fish out the potion he has on him and blah, blah, blah.
Is it 2d4 4?
Yep.
That'll be your action.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. So that's 6 points back to you, Loic.
Sputter back to life and think Bella.
Okay. Let's see. Who's actually up right now?
Verity is awake but prone. Talion's up. Otti's up. You're up. Loic is awake and prone. Rennas is up. Korgrin is down. And you've lost sight on 5 Duragar. But you know, as a player, you know they're invisible and they're in position to strike on their next turn.
I'm gonna say something inspiring. That's literally what I say. Something inspiring, Rennas. Here, again.
You could just say
Something inspiring this way comes.
Yeah, there you go. Ta-da. Add 6.
Yeah. All right. So. Bellatrix has given inspiration to Rennas. Okay, so that brings us to Duragar's turn. They're going to break their invisibility as they all go into strike Trigon at the same time, using their war picks. So they all have a +4 to this. They're all rolling at advantage here. So 1, 2. First one misses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one misses, but just barely. Third one hits. So good. Fourth one definitely hits. No crit. Fifth one hits. So that's 3 hits against him. So that's going to be 3d8 plus 4, 6. So 3d8 plus 6. So that's 22 points of damage against Trigon as they start wailing into him, and they start tearing away chunks of his armor. He throws them off, and they land on their feet. However, that they have done some damage. All right, so that brings us to Rennas' turn.
Good for them. We can't manage to do it.
Okie doke. So Rennas is going to try and take a shot from behind the throne.
Okay, make the attack roll. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Fucking thank God for that. That's actually a reasonable attack.
So that's 22 points of damage against him.
As
the arrow hits him in the back of the head, he takes a step forward. The energy that sustains him looks like it's now shimmered a little. Looks like he's visibly taking some damage now.
Yay! Am I able to stand on Dracon Igna?
Yes, you can.
I will run down to here. Stand
he will be
next to the...
so.
Yep, I know, and I will grab a healing potion from Corky's belt and pour it down his throat, which is only a common, I believe.
Yep.
All right then. So roll 2d4 plus 2.
Get that health you.
Sorry. Yeah, am I rolling this or are you, Corky?
Yeah, you roll it because you're the one putting the potion in.
Okie doke. 2d4 plus 2. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah,
7.
That could have been worse.
Respectable. So 7 hit points back to Korgrin. You come to consciousness with Rennas standing on the body of Dracon, pouring a health potion down your throat.
Get ready, it's going to happen again. It's his turn soon.
Well, I'm out of potions, so I hope you've got some.
I have
Oh
one.
no, I don't. That was my last. That was my only potion that was given to me by Otti.
Yeah.
Alright, so he is going to make 3 attacks against the Duragar around him.
Thank God. Thank the Watcher.
First one is a miss, believe it or not. Second one is also a miss.
No, we want him to kill them.
5 plus 14.
Duragar, they've got like 40 health.
No, he misses all of them. They are scooching around him and just missing all of the blows.
Hey.
However, he does have his legendary action back. So that brings us to the end of his turn. Dracon is going to make a
I
death
just
saving throw.
imagine them being like Oompa Loompas. Like,
I thought
what?
Dracon died.
Dracon
Evil.
was on 2 fails and 1 success, but with that, he starts choking on the own blood until eventually he stops breathing altogether, and Dracon is dead.
Thank God.
Right, Otti, it's your turn.
I'm going to firebolt him again.
All right then. That is a miss, unfortunately. He just bounces off his shoulder blades.
Gonna move there, and that's it.
Alrighty then. Okay, at the end of your turn, he is going to take a legendary action to make a sword attack against one of the Duragar. That's a hit. So it's 2d12 plus 5 plus 2d10. So that's 21 plus. And with one fell swoop, he cuts the head off of one of the Duragars. He's killed outright. Right, Korgrin, it's your turn.
Action disengage. So standing up, half my movement. Action disengage. How many steps? How many squares would you say that is? 2.
Yes.
1, 2. Cowering behind the corpse of the now shrunk, I would imagine, corpse of Dracon Igna.
Hold on.
Imagine he goes back to normal when he dies.
Yeah, it's a magical thing. So when he died, officially, he reduced in size.
Fantastic. No great loss. So.
Oh, and I forgot to roll damage against the Duragar for hitting him.
Oh, so they all immediately die then.
Yes. No, the other Duragar, the last 3, they have taken 8 points of necrotic damage. As the flames reeked out and burned them across the face, leaving a necrotic signature on them.
Bonus action, second level spell, spiritual weapon there.
Okay.
Hammer time.
Bringing out a hammer.
Just trying to hammer the point home, really.
Oh.
Well, I've been taking a shot every time Korgrin goes down, and right now...
Were you spawning it there, Korgrin?
behind him, so by the throne, but not like it really matters anyway. So I need to make a spell attack.
Yep.
It is 2 then. It misses.
Yay.
That is a miss. The hammer goes at him, but he just raises at the end of the sword swing that cut off the Juragar's head. He's able to deflect it away. Okay. So that's the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, he's going to use another legendary action to continue the momentum and make another sword attack against the Juragar on his other side. It's a miss. The Juragar ducks underneath it. All right, that brings us to Verity. It's your turn.
So, does anyone need to pick me up? Is anyone still down? Apart from
Arabella's
Arri,
still
but I
down,
believe
Italian's
Talian's
about
about
to
to get
go.
Arri.
I mean, I'm pretty smashed, but I'll be good.
Yeah.
Damage, please.
I think Corey's
Okay.
remarkably healthy, but
It's going to be one of those situations where you just got to stand. Basically, you're not going to be able
any
to.
health is health. It's fine.
Okay, I'm
This
gonna
is more of an action economy slugfest than an actual how
Yep.
much HP do I have fest.
I'm gonna stand. I guess I'm just gonna cast Fireball at him over here.
Yeah. He does too much damage.
It's okay. Firebolt or fireball? Firebolt. That one, you fire. However, it just bounces off the arm.
Oh no!
So
Fuck! I was gonna bend luck, but it's too late now. Don't worry.
Sorry. Are you going to move anywhere, Verity?
No, I'll stay hidden here.
All right. So it's Talian's turn. He is going to shove a greater healing potion down Arabella's gullet. So that is 16 hit points back to you, Arrabella.
1-6.
Yes.
It'd
With
be
that,
nice if it was 6-0.
Talion is going to move this way, and he's going to basically just start screaming, waving his hands, trying to get Trigon's attention. All right,
Yes, Talion! Direct him
You're
over here!
big man, Talion.
I mean, Talion's pretty healthy, actually, so he can take a few hits. Loic, it's your
Good for
turn.
you, Talion!
I'm gonna try to hit him with the Eldritch Blast. You already know.
All right, say the line, Warlock.
It's a simple class, but it's an honest living.
Oh, that is miss.
Bend
My
luck!
God.
I give him a
I'm
D4.
getting duck behind the tree. That's it for me.
Okay.
Verity
that
did
is-
say she wants to give him a D4.
Trigon's going to make his last legendary action.
George wants to give him a D4.
Verity, yeah, wanted to bend luck. She did announce it.
She definitely did shout it out as soon as he rolled. Just everyone was talking over him.
Mm.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Oh, no, that's fine. Well, you can bend the luck for the second one. I'm happy for you to do that.
Roll 3 or more on your D4.
50-50. With our odds, that should go swimmingly.
Unfortunately, has no effect.
Oh, I don't even know why I'm surprised.
Right, so he's going to take his final legendary action to make another sword strike against the Juragar. That is a hit. So 4, 9 plus 11, so that brings it to 20. Yeah, that Juragar is split down the middle and dies. All right, so that brings us to Arabella's turn. You are prone,
Okay.
right?
That's fine. I'll stand up and I will go at him with my squib.
All right.
And I'll curse. And then I'll do it once more. Curse again, and then I will bonus action second wind.
All right then. God bless being a fighter. Eh?
There we go.
Okay, so you get yourself 10 hit points back. All right, Bellatrix, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Produce Flame, and I'm going to yeet it at him.
All right then. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
This is probably going to miss, but here we go. Ah!
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Fantastic.
No effect on his armor. Did you want to move anywhere, Bellatrix?
Just there.
All right.
Coily over.
Okay, it is the Durgar's turn. They're just going to wail away at him. They're going to make their attack rolls. So 3 attack rolls against him. Natural 20.
Dead.
Plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a miss. That one's a hit. So I'll do the non-crit first. So 5 plus 2. Yeah.
Oh, Jack, has he been making concentration checks for Shadow of Moyle?
Oh no, he hasn't actually. So I need to make 1, 2, 3.
Like 7, short. Like all the dwarf guys attacked him. I attacked him.
Did your guy hit him 3 times? I don't think anybody else has actually hit him.
I hit him.
Rennas did.
I hit him right at the beginning.
Yeah, I got sneak attack and everything.
This was
It's like a whole turn ago.
The Eldritch Blast didn't trigger it because it was before then. So it's 4. It's 3 from the Durgar and 1 from Rennas.
So they were all going to be DC 10s because they didn't do a lot of damage individually. Save. Might be a fail. Yeah, that's a fail. So Shadow of Moyle does vanish after that one. So, yeah, so that way they won't be taking any damage from doing this. So that's good. All right, anyway, so that is 5 plus 2, I believe. 2. So that's 7 damage against him from the non-crit. And now for the actual crit itself. 6 plus 2, so that's another 8 points of damage against him. Okay, so that is the Durgar's turn. That brings us to Rennas.
Okie doke. So I take out my rapier and I give him a stab.
Alrighty then. That's a hit roll damage. With your sneak
not add bardic inspiration to that because that's awesome. I was not expecting that.
So that is 18 damage against him.
And then I will bonus action disengage, and I will run as far away as physically fucking possible.
All right then.
Yep, I am right in the corner of the room.
That brings us to Trigon's turn. He is going to attack the free Durgar again because he fucking hates Durgar. Right, so first attack. My God, miss. Second attack. Okay. Alright, so
that Durgar's fucked.
I think you can just say one of them dies on a nat 20.
So that's 22.
It's one less for us to kill in a bit. Cough, cough, cough.
No, we need cannon fodder right now.
44. So this Durgar dies twice. So he is completely slammed down with the sword. Then he brings around a third attack. With his third action, he is going to cast a spell. Is anyone going to do anything about it?
I'm going to use my counter spell, sorry.
Alright, so you said you are going to use your cast spell, right?
Yep, it's 4th level as well, because they scaled my spell slots.
Yep, no worries. Well, he was only casting the first level spell. So he it disappears.
Honestly, I'll take it. It's fine.
But you saved Rennas from a ray of sickness.
Appreciated.
Okay, so Dracon is dead. So that brings us to Otti.
I'm going to fireball him again.
Alright, make a ranged attack. That's a hit roll damage. Alright, that's 9 points of fire damage against him.
And I'm going to use action surge. I'm going to do it again.
Alright then.
Let's wipe it off the whiteboard.
That one's a miss. So it hits against the wall. The first one strikes the creature against Trigon across the face. His decayed skeletal body is now blackened with soot. Alright, at the end of your turn, he is going to make a legendary action, make a sword strike against the Duergar. 5 plus 9 to 14. That is actually going to be a miss against him. Okay. That is his turn. So Korgrin, you're up.
Okie dokie. I just need to measure. Alright. Center. You want to go?
I'm getting ready to look on this one, so.
Oh, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm going to move pretty close to Rennas. I would like to bonus action first and take a swing with my hammer.
Go ahead.
Wave like a
Oh
thunder.
my god.
That is a hit. Roll damage. 6 points of force damage against him.
And second level guiding bolt. Depending on the roll, I may use guided strike to add a 10.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Plus 10, 18.
That makes it just a hit.
I know it fucking does. That's exactly why I fucking did it. Oh god. Guiding bolt, 5d6. Jesus.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's only one.
21 points of radiant damage against him. So, feeling the power of Moradin coursing through your fingers, you unleash the guiding bolt. It strikes Trigon through the chest, out the other side, and piercing a gaping hole in his armor. There's this minor radiant explosion as he stumbles a little bit, and the necrotic energy beginning to fail. Quite hurt now. Is there anything else you want to do, Korgrin?
Oop, that was bonus action, movement, and action, so I am spent for the turn.
Alright, he's being forced to do this. He's using his last legendary action to use the legendary action Soul Drain. Trigon drains corpses of the necrotic energy. All dead creatures are depleted in turn to action. 60-foot radius of Trigon. Trigon heals 3d6 hit points for each body.
How fucking dare you, sir?
So 3, 6, 9,
12.
6. So Trigon regains 38 hit points.
Fuck
my
that.
fucking god.
We're never gonna fucking win. It's useless. We should leave.
However, these ones, you see them turn to ash, and what remains of their souls is sucked into Trigon, and you can see the necrotic energy powered up a little. He's still
But they had healing potions.
He's still pretty damaged, but yeah. But that's the last of his legendary actions. Okay, Verity, it's your turn.
None of us can hit him. It's going to take us 10 years to get those 38 points back.
I've hit it 2 turns in a row. It's a fucking miracle.
Good job.
I've got bardic inspiration. I'm excited.
Bonus action, convert a spell point to a spell to sorcery points, and then
Right?
firebolt.
Firebolt, no worries.
Did they leave their loot behind?
No, everything that they were carrying is turned to ash.
That was at advantage, by the way, because of guiding bolt.
Yeah, yeah.
Roll again.
I'm not having a good day.
None of us are.
So, boom, it goes straight past his head and impacts against the frame.
Guiding bolt with... No, wait. Actually, is it next attack or next... No, it's next attack, not next successful attack.
I'm gonna, just turn and face the corner and cry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm done with this fucking cave! I want to get out!
It's Talion. Talion is going to charge at Trigon, and he is going to grapple him.
I'll tell him why.
So,
Give him a big old hug.
if it's success, if it's a, I can't say the word.
Nope.
Oh no, that ain't good. Talion actually has a higher bonus to this than Trigon does.
So Trigon is considered grappled.
He is considered a grab, so Talion literally grabs onto his sword arm and basically just drags him down with all of his might. And Trigon cannot move. There's like, even though he's bigger than Talion, Talion is at the moment like able to sort of pin him down. So all attacks against him are at advantage. Right, Loic's turn.
Well, we're going to take that advantage and Eldritch Blast.
That's it. See if you get the nat 20 though.
Oh,
Might possibly double it. No, so it doesn't. So there's 13 points of force damage against him on the first attack. And second attack is a miss. Yeah, second attack.
yep, that's it. That's the second attack.
You get advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
So that was your first attack.
Basically, roll another once more.
Yeah, just to see if you get the nat 20, but you have hit him. So roll again. Roll a d20. Roll the Eldritch Blast again. Just if you get the nat 20.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. My bad.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. I'm
Yeah.
such a...
That's another 13 points of necrotic damage. Yeah, he's you blow off some of his rib structure. He's looking more visibly damaged now. Are you moving anywhere, Loic?
that's it for me.
All right, Arrabella, it's your turn.
Okay. Advantage. Go with my squib. It may get there eventually. There we go.
That's a hit.
That one, and then my 1d6.
Oh, your hunter's mark failed when you went unconscious.
Okay, ignore that then.
It's just going to be 4 points of damage against him.
Okay. I'll use my last level one to chuck it back as the
Okay.
bonus action.
No worries. You have a second attack.
Yep.
That's a hit. Roll damage again. 7 plus
3.
3. So 10 points of damage against him. Following up after the Eldritch Blast, 2 arrows sink into Trigon. He's still faltering. The energy's beginning to fail him. Bellatrix, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try it again, I guess. I want to make some fire at this boy.
Okay.
Eat.
That's a hit. Produce flame. Go ahead and roll fire damage.
Yay! No!
Singes whatever remains of his hair.
Is that a miss in something? 2d8 plus.
It's just 2d8, yeah.
No, it's 2d8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you moving anywhere, Bellatrix?
No.
Alright, it's the Durgar's turn. They're attacking at advantage. Hits. Missed. So only 1d8. That's another 7 points of damage against Trigon. And that's what they're doing. Rennas, it's your turn.
Rennas is going to take advantage of this lovely advantage and fire his short bow.
With your triple broken advantage.
Boom.
That is actually a miss.
I will. How Bardic Inspiration? I will cast Bardic Inspiration on the 17, which will definitely hit, but I will roll it anyway.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate the fact that that's quite a fucking miss.
That makes 17 a hit. Go ahead and roll damage as your sneak attack.
Thank fuck for that. Just fucking so angry. So angry.
Yay.
I mean, that doesn't make me less angry. What's with all the fucking 1s and 2s? Sneak.
So 8 plus 7. So it's 15 points of damage against him. Yeah, he is failing big time. He's on his last legs now.
And I then run behind the throne and attempt to hide.
All right.
Not that I really need to hide, but, you know.
Make a stealth roll.
Hiding what Rennas says do best.
You've beat his passive perception. All right, so it's Trigon's turn. He is going to make 2 attacks against Talion. No, he's actually going to make all 3 attacks against Talion. The first 2. Yeah, hold on, I'll just roll attacks first. So the first one is a miss because he is. No, is it disadvantage?
Yes, disadvantage on grapple.
Yes.
So the first one is a miss.
Does he drop his sword on a 1?
Yeah,
Yeah, does he drop his sword on a 1?
bosses don't drop their weapons on 1s.
When I'm at DM, that's like just standard. It's almost comical.
Fucking hell. I don't believe it. So then he's going to cast a spell.
I have no more counter spells.
Don't think
Verity,
anyone knows.
can you do anything about it?
I cannot do anything. Even if I wanted to, which I do.
I don't think Verity's going to do anything, but I can't hear her, so whether that's... yeah, she's muted.
I don't have any counter spells
Alright
left,
then.
but I might be able to bend luck, depending on what they roll.
What?
Because I could
Alright,
do it
then
to take
just-
away
alright,
from...
just need to,
Well, it might be a saving throw, that's the thing.
it is a saving throw.
Oh, then I can't do anything then. Sorry.
So Talia needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That's a fail. Oh, this is gonna hurt him.
Is it inflict? No, it's not inflict wounds, that's an attack roll.
No.
Maybe blight.
Yeah.
Or is it
Charlie
blight?
has all the health, so he's fine.
What a guess.
So the energy shunts out from Trigon around Italian, and you can see he's just going, and his body sort of shrinks on the spot, and his mask almost drops like just half an inch as his body is crinkled in of itself. And he is, I'm going to say, he's blown back from that effect. He's not able to keep the strength on holding Trigon. He collapses down to his knees and down onto the floor, and he's currently prone. All right, so that brings us to Otti.
But Trigon didn't gain that health, right?
No.
Okay, well that's something. Sorry, Italian.
I'm going to thunder wave him.
Oh, nice.
All right, then. That's, is that Constitution saving throw?
I set it up properly. It's a con save.
It is, yes. You said Italian was blown backwards. Does that mean Italian's out of it?
It's a 16 to save, so it does save. I'm assuming you're avoiding Italian, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's only going to be 4 points of thunder damage against him, and he's not knocked prone. Okay, do you have anything else you want to do, Otti? Run back to Bellatrix.
Yeah.
Korgrin, it's your turn.
First thing I'd like to do is spiritual weapon, so...
Okay. That is a hit, roll damage. You strike him across the back, and he falters a little bit. He takes 2 steps forward. Trigon falls down to one knee. No.
Fuck it, I'm running forward.
My treasures. No.
I don't want them.
Fuck's sake.
He swats you out of the way.
Is he considered prone if he's on one knee?
No.
Fuck my life.
The one knee is a flavour thing.
Good try.
Basically, if. Alright, so that brings us to Verity's turn.
Damn you!
Yep.
How tall is the room?
This particular room, it's about 40 feet high.
If I was to cast Fireball in the air, would it hit everyone else around him?
Yeah, it
Or
would.
just his head? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
So, first off, bonus action, 5 sorcery points into a 3rd level spell.
You do still have the Scorching Ray circlet.
Oh, yeah!
Don't forget your pretty headband.
I always forget that. Anyway, I have a 3rd level spell slot now as well. And I guess I'm gonna do the Scorching Ray headband, which I always forget.
Alright, go ahead and make 3 ranged spell attacks with a +5.
Okay.
You got this.
And this doesn't activate wild magic either, does it?
Nope.
No, it
First
doesn't.
5, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Right.
You can
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, you can do it. Let's go.
Eh.
The first one hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
2d8?
2d8.
2d6, sorry, 2d6.
2d6, yes.
You're a cocksucker and I hate you!
The second blast blows off his helmet. He falls down. He's able just to push himself up.
I hope you have perpetual diarrhea in the afterlife. Wherever that is for you. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done!
Right. Talion is not moving. Loic, it's your turn.
At this point, the more I say it, the more of a meme it becomes, so I'll just roll. Still with advantage?
No, Talion's let go of him.
First one's a miss, second one's a hit. I do appreciate what Talion has done. I wrote him off the wrong way, but I do appreciate that. But that's it for me.
How do you want to kill him?
With an
Loic?
blast. You kill it, dude. How
Loic,
do you do this?
Loic, can you hear me?
I can't hear Jack, if anyone else can.
I can. But
Loic, you've killed him.
I'm gonna disconnect.
No.
Yeah, you've killed him. He's dead.
Sorry, you didn't have to roll damage. How do you want to kill him?
I mean, for me, he's not super significant to me, so just as quick as possible, right to the chest, because I want to try to run over Italian.
Right on.
It comes out his eye.
Like, I want to make it as anticlimactic as possible because I legitimately just don't care about him as much as I do about Italian. If that makes sense.
So you cast it and it hits Trigon in the chest. And without much of an explosion, he just looks up. You are worthy. He drops the sword, which turns to ash. He reaches out with both of his arms and he grabs the head of the 2 Duergar. And he says, "You 2 are coming with me." And the last thing you hear is the 2 Duergar screaming as they all turn to ash.
Oh, I wanted to loot them.
I genuinely wanted the key off of Dracon.
I want to run over to Italian and see what I can do to help him.
Oh shit! His neck.
As the bodies disappear, a single key falls down from where Trigon's neck was and falls on the floor. Ting ting ting.
Well,
Yay! Rennas, fat hands, boom.
Does Porky own a city now? Did this just happen?
So Loic, you rush over to Talion. He is face down on the ground, not moving.
All right, I'm going to try to flip him over and assess the situation.
He looks drained and deflated.
I don't have any help. Just kind of make a medicine check to try to like do whatever I can. I don't know, CPR.
Wait, is
You go ahead and make a
Talion
medicine
dead?
check.
Has it been less than a minute? Let me cure wounds him.
It is difficult to tell.
I can cure wounds too if you want.
All right, I'm gonna start shouting. Someone help him! He's not looking good.
Can I go up to him and put his head on my lap?
I'm
And
shit out of
just
potions.
talk to him really, really quietly.
Yeah. What do you say to him?
I just say, "You're okay. We did it. We beat him. You helped us. You're grappling. If you didn't do that, we surely would have failed. You helped us to not fail."
I just slap him on the head and cast Cure Wounds.
There we go.
You cast Cure Wounds, and the energy washes over onto him. And there's seemingly no effect.
Like, how is it no effect? It's been like less than a minute. What?
The energy about that creature was different than from what we've seen before.
Guess he's dead. Whoopie-doo.
This just goes to show we gotta look. I wrote Talion off, but he sacrificed himself for us. We gotta find out whatever is left within these halls of this area alone, and then we have to leave. It's too dangerous for us. We keep fighting against these creatures. We have no more business down here.
Do it.
So I keep talking to him, and I'm checking to see if I can find a pulse, and I kind of lightly shake him. I'm like, "Come on, wake up! We wouldn't have got this far through without you."
All right. So yeah, he doesn't wake up.
And I'm just like, "Talion,
Unresponsive.
Talion, no."
Yeah, there's nothing. He's not moving.
And I just kind of hold his head, and I am ever so slightly weeping as I'm holding onto his head. I'm like, "No. Why? That shouldn't have killed you. How could that have killed you?"
I go over to Bella, or not. I always mix your guys' names up. I go over to Arri. I kind of just squat down next to her. I've seen much stronger men die for much less. We have to be appreciative of what he gave us.
Rennas comes over because Rennas has vague memories of him being a lot further down the path of death and the party not giving up on him. So Rennas is just going to lay his hands on him and just kind of just have emotions and feel. And, if he is going to pass, I want him to know that he's not forgotten.
Yeah, Bella will come over and just say, "Thank you for protecting us. My mum would be proud of what you did for us. I'm proud of what you did for us."
We wouldn't have got this far without you.
Verity's just kind of starfishing on the floor like, "This whole thing fucked, mate. I'm done."
And all of Harry's sadness is now just turned to anger.
There's a man dying over here, dude.
She places his head back on the ground from her lap and stands up.
No.
And you can see that she's furious and she's got this angry face on, although you can still see the tears in her eyes. And I just go, "I hate these fucking caves." And I walk away.
We get what he died for, and then we get out of here. That's my vote.
Yep.
Okay. So the party gets to their feet, controlling their grief, their sadness, their anger. They pay their final respects to Talion, and then move on. At this point, the hammer does fade, Korgrin.
Mate, I was just gonna hammer Talion's corpse into the ground.
I do want to get rid of this one. This one's got important information on his token. Right? Okay. So,
Well, we may as well put his sacrifice to some use, no?
Yes, let's
I agree.
do it.
Quick investigation check. Any secret compartments on the throne?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I assist?
If you want, yeah, you can roll at advantage.
With guidance?
Too late.
So, it's
There is no hidden compartments that you can find.
Can we take a look at the door that's ahead of us?
Yeah.
Someone pick up the key, yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I
Rest-
take Talion's bow?
I'll pick up the key. Bring it over.
I mean, it's a little bit heartless, but it's a damn good bow, and it'd be a shame to leave it here if he's not using it.
That's fair.
You can search the rest of him. I want his bow. You already have a magical bow.
that's fine. I just have the compulsion to keep everything I find, and currently there is a lot
It's not the compulsion to search dead bodies.
Yeah, it's
No.
to keep what you
You're happy to not search his dead body, then you
I
don't have
would
to keep
say
what you
you're-
find.
I would say the feelings that you have trumps your compulsions.
Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, if you want to go for the bow, then go for the bow.
The feelings I have of that I'm sick of missing
fine.
fucking everything do not overrule my feelings of Talion, because it's a nice bow. It would be a shame to let it go to waste. I don't want to search him. I don't want to disrespect him. I would like to take his bow.
So you pick up his bow. You take about 3 steps away, and it slips out of your hands onto the floor,
Lol,
Stop.
no,
drifting back towards Talion.
you're not allowed now.
God fucking damn it, Talion.
That makes me think he's not dead.
So I pick up the bow, and I swear an oath to avenge Talion. And then I
Oh.
try and walk away again.
It slips out of your hands again and slowly, sort of sifts back towards Talion's body.
Rennas is quite sad.
Nope. Lovely.
Rennas no longer tries to steal the bow. I mean, steal, but take the bow.
Sorry.
Bye, sir.
I'm still alive.
Did I give you?
Yeah. He's gotta be.
Oh, or
No, there's a string attached to the bow to prevent somebody from taking it.
It's a literal string.
There's a tiny little bit of string that's wrapped around his hands. And then
I mean, I picked it up twice. Surely I'd have noticed that.
It's just something that's super pragmatic. It's some, like, ancient magic.
Oh, one person at a time. I can't hear anything.
It just got tugged out of your hands because it's attached to the string.
Okay, I pick up the bow and look at it quite closely.
There you see a string attached to it.
I cut the string.
Okay, so you cut the string and you now have an oak bow.
Yay! I mean, oh, poor Talion. But I do generally promise to avenge him and to follow on his good deeds. He did well protecting this party. I appreciate his sacrifice. I am very sad that he's gone. But you bow!
You certainly sound it.
I am sad he's gone. I'm not sad I have a new bow. You've seen how bad my accuracy is.
The oak bow ain't going to help you, though.
He's
It
not
gives
an
me
emotional
advantage
person.
against my
This is
sworn
my-
enemy.
this is
I've paid
emotion-
attention to how this bow works.
It's a longbow, so I don't think you have proficiency, my guy.
I do not have proficiency. However, that will be solved at my next level up.
whenever that.
Anyways,
Door, key.
Yes, here you go.
Rennas has the key.
No, I picked up the key.
Oh, you picked up the key. Okay, so you go up to the door. There is a very ominous figure that fits the key in front of you. You slide it in and slot it to the side. You hear the definite sounds of cranking and whirling as mechanics come to life, and the door opens up in front of you.
What the fuck is this?
So as the door opens up, you can see that there are various skeletal remains scattered around. In front of it, there is a tomb of. I want you to go ahead and make a religion check, please, Korgrin.
Fuck if I know.
She seems familiar, but you just can't think of the name right now.
Can I try again just because I want to?
Alright, one more check.
Anyone want to assist?
I was about to say random.
I mean, you are here, Korgrin. I will assist you.
Morgan can give you guidance.
Do I want guidance or do I want advantage?
I can start spouting random religious stuff that I know. Probably
In the
not.
words of Dor the Explorer,
I know a bunch of
This is not something that you can really get advantage or assistance with, really. This is something you just like know or you don't know, so...
There we go. Nice.
Funny.
This is Lucindil, commonly known as Moladin's wife.
Oh, I know her.
Oh, you would know that, yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
Often depicted as a dwarven female with magnificent wings. She clearly is displayed in ominence in this very clear tomb before you.
From here, look at the skeletons. Why are they dead?
Because they were put in there when they died.
Oh, so they're not. Are they definitively put in there? Or?
They were part of the tombs, but obviously the ice cracked a lot of shit and skeletons just remained.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get any, the skeletons come to life, any bad spirits. Like,
No,
what a
you don't. All the
Fantastic.
necrotic energy of this area left with Trigon.
Fantastic. So we can go in if we want. This place should be safe. It is, after all, an altar to a holy god.
I'm going
Nice
in.
lady.
but
Nothing
this doesn't
to
seem.
Oh, we just
There's a
killed.
tomb with a depiction of Lucindil on it.
I mean, kind of seems like there should be more in here. There was a lot of effort getting here. This is just a statue. Does no one else feel that, or is that just my?
We'll see
Really
when we
nature
get close,
coming
I suppose.
Yeah, I kind of.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll come through, but I'm definitely suspicious of this room.
No, Korgrin, you can go and make an investigation check on the statue if you want.
Cave has made me suspicious my entire life.
You notice on the side that you're entering from that there is a small button, like a little switch, on the front side of the tomb.
I mean, this is a holy tomb. This isn't a creepy altar. Korgrin's too deflated. Flick it. See what
Nothing
happens.
Nothing.
Understandable.
Squeeze me, nothing happens?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Okay.
Well, that's disconcerting.
I'm gonna go around to the opposite side of wherever Korgrin is and see if there might happen to be another button.
Well, as you walk past the sides, you do see another button.
Is there one on each side?
You spend a minute just looking, searching around the outside of it. There is a button on each side of it.
All buttons.
Okie doke. I'm at the back
Everyone grab a button.
because Rennas likes it from. Yeah, we'll just leave it there.
What the?
If you are looking at this holy matron's ass while you're flicking the button, I will smite you.
Hey, if I'm flicking the button, they're enjoying it. Trust me.
Hey,
If it
if
takes
you ever
4 hands to flick a button, then we are doing it wrong.
Even I'm disgusted with that.
So Rennas, Bellatrix, Arrabella, and Korgrin, you time yourselves and you press your buttons at the same time. As you do, a breath of air emanates from your feet, as if the tomb has risen a couple of inches, essentially, letting long trapped air out.
Tombstone, what is in the tomb?
I can imagine that smells hanging.
Now we're dead. Ta-da! It was death. Death was in there. Surprise.
It's poison gas. Please, all make Constitution saving throws.
not again, please.
About right for tonight.
Okay.
So I'll kneel down and just see if there's anything that I can actually
Get away, you little shit.
Yeah, I've already said I was looking.
Well, as you all have a look in the brief gaps, it's hard to tell, but it looks like there is a minor gap down into the hole or something like that. It's almost as if what you're looking at is just simply a lid.
Can it be pulled
Rennas,
aside?
We left it off.
Rennas can stick his head inside and see if he sees anything.
You
Don't drop
can't
it now.
stick your head inside. It's just enough room for you to like stick your the tips of your fingers in.
Yeah.
Then-
Can we push it, pull it, whatever?
Yeah, as you go to push it, it's actually surprisingly light, despite how heavy it looks. It only takes one of you to actually briefly push it to the side, and it slides on the ice a little bit. And
Let Verity feel amazing.
and the inside of the tomb, there are 3 coffins in there. That are they're sarcophagi essentially, but dwarven made. They are undisturbed and pristine. And they have depictions on the side that Korgrin, you would recognise that they are the most prominent members of the Dwarven clan that had ever lived is buried underneath Lustendil.
I pray to Moradin that I'm going to potentially, desecrate these graves, but I did have Trigon's blessing, so I'm not really desecrating graves.
Okay. So you go inside and you begin to open up the sarcophagi. Inside are 3 skeletons that each, the middle one, holds a crown with magnificent rubies embedded in each of them. The crown itself is like solid gold with strings of platinum across the side of it. It's not the rubies themselves are just variations of red, blue, and green. It is amazing look of art. The other 2 have got really quite large rings on their hands, like 2, one each. The outside of the ring is adorned with blue gems, whereas the top side of it essentially has a shining diamond in it. The metal of the ring itself is clearly made of platinum. These are the art objects that Drakon and his men were talking about. Just by looking at them, you can tell how amazingly the worth of it, just from the craftsmanship alone itself, is like each one of these is worth maybe about 7,500 gold pieces.
Wow,
Easy.
that's not a small amount.
Let's get him and get out.
Any more secret compartments or buttons in the tomb itself?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Anyone want to assist?
I will.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
We can all assist. Go, Korgrin.
I ain't see shit.
Boo, Korgrin.
My heart's not in it.
You
doesn't
can't
feel
see
right.
anything. You can't see anything at the moment.
Anyone else wants to go? I'll hop out.
I will cast Produce Flame in my hand and just hold it like a light so I can take a look.
You've already given assistance to Korgrin.
Oh, then I'll light it up so that someone else can take a look.
I'll happily have a look if anyone wants to give me assistance.
You get one more look, and that's it.
Okay, I've got a +6, so I don't. Has anyone?
I think I gave my assistance to Korgrin, but if
I
not,
think Ella did, technically.
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will assist Arri in looking for extra things.
What's your +2 investigation?
He's rolling at disadvantage anyway right now, so...
Yeah, you do it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm on disadvantage. I'm definitely assisting, not doing.
Okay.
Arri, you have a look about, but you can't find him.
Might sound strange. I go around the walls knocking on them. Just thunk, thunk, thunk. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
About the
Yeah,
floors.
there's pretty much the same solid wall throughout.
I can't.
Anyone feel like there's supposed to be more to this room?
It definitely did to me. I was quite disappointed, but I suppose gems worth 7,500
I mean,
each
we
isn't exactly a
deserved it.
small return.
seems weird that this vizier would keep himself alive, and there's only this.
Would that have been a terrain check?
Pardon?
Would that have been a terrain check for me?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything on like the ceiling or the walls?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception.
Anything else in here? Any scriptures? Yeah.
As you look around, you do see something on the top of the door where you came in. You only notice it looking out. There is a single word up there, prominently displayed.
Is it in Dwarvish?
It is in Dwarvish.
I read it.
It says "Demolde."
More day.
Okay, what does that say?
Is that supposed to mean something in common?
No. As a dwarven word, it's a word. It doesn't really mean anything on its own. It's usually complied with other words.
I'm only an amateur dwarvish person, so I'll leave it to Corgi.
Demolde. Is there an association with that word and doors or locks or tombs?
Probably, if that's part of a phrase, I mean, it's probably not going to be the whole phrase that we need to get into the alt. He said we were worthy of the treasure, or we were worthy, and then also my treasure. So we probably got like, out of 5 words, we might have had one of them, maybe. Is that a safe assumption to make?
It is an assumption.
Worst case scenario, we walk up to the magic door and we say Demolde.
Mm.
Ooh, what if I say it now? Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
What are all the little skeletons around us, by the way? Who's died here? Do we know this?
These
They are the
broken
remains of the
tombs.
Duggar clan.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Verity said she's going to do 10 minutes.
I'm aware, yeah. So, you guys have to wait around for 5 minutes because getting the crowns out it took you about 5 minutes.
That's fair.
Okay. So at the end of it, can I get a magic roll from you, please, Verity?
If we're waiting 5 minutes, can I go outside and search Talion? Because, I mean, well, if he's died, I genuinely feel sad that he's died, but it would be a shame to leave anything useful behind.
Nothing bad happens.
Back.
At the end of it, the ritual is complete, and there is a magical present blip coming from the word, but nothing else.
Ooh.
And we don't. This is like we don't know what this means in Dwarvish. We think it's like maybe a name or a place or something.
No,
So do we need for the door?
It's part of a phrase.
Demolde.
I mean,
Yeah,
Korgrin,
so we have one of things. We can go find the other ones to get into the secret cave.
Sorry, what?
So
Sorry,
you're
what?
going to rob. You're going to rob Talion, is that
Just the
right?
word.
I'm going to search Talion. I did not say anything about Rob. It depends on what he's got.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, this took a while. I mean, I genuinely am respectfully doing it. It's not that I don't give a fuck about Talion's died. It's that, there's...
You're pragmatic. I get it.
Yeah, there's more important things in the world right now than Talion's died, and unfortunately, we need to see if anything's going to help us.
Let me stop coughing. All right, so I'm going to do Verity first. It is an enchantment kind of magic. Maybe a slight mix of abjuration as well.
Do not firebolt it.
Nothing happens when you firebolt it. You've just scorched the inside of the tomb.
It's a phrase. We've established it's a phrase. We need to say it and open the treasure door, the vault. Probably. It's an assumption, but it feels like an accurate one.
It's worth a shot.
So, Italian. So, Rennas, you start going through Italian's body. He's got he's got his 2 quivers full of arrows. He has a survival knife on him. Searching the outside of his pockets, he doesn't have much else.
Yay! Well, thank you for your quivers and knife, Talion. I generally feel bad. I'm not even going to look underneath the mask. I kind of owe him that much. He did well for us.
Okay.
But arrows are arrows, so yeah, yoink.
Alright, so that's the equivalent of about. Let me just check his inventory. So you have a survival knife, and you have 62 arrows.
That's a lot of arrows.
He has 2 quivers on his back, so he's made of them.
Fair. Is there anything special about the survival knife? Do you see anything nice about it?
No, it's just a survival knife.
Okay.
Italian was not the type of person to carry a lot on him. He was mainly about the practicality of it all.
And being a practical person, I'm assuming he had some sort of survival knife holster.
No, actually, he kept it in his pocket.
Oh, fuck's sake. I put it in my pocket.
Alright, so.
If there's nothing else, then that is probably it.
Alright.
Shall we long rest?
I think sleep or no sleep, we've done 2 exhausting fights. I think we should be able to get a long rest in. I would hope anyway.
It's been about 2 hours since your last long rest.
We have done 2 exhausting fights, though I've been knocked unconscious twice.
Can we, in that case, sit around until we can sleep? Because I don't know if we are able to fight anymore.
Well, long rest, we don't necessarily have to sleep, but we could, sit and eat and heal and relax for a bit.
You would effectively have to spend the next... I'm going to put it about 18 hours here in order for... Because sleep is it has a lot to do with it. You basically get rid of the exhaustion that you accumulate as well.
A short rest then, at least.
Yeah, I guess. We're not going to be able to get anything done. We're just going to die. The next thing being power is going to kill us.
Spell slots are the biggest issue, as always. It's, we need to have a long rest. I mean, I'm fine. A short rest is fine by me, but I guess that's not the same for the rest of the way.
You can have your long rest. You just have to be here for longer, essentially.
3 dragon anti-set, guys. Literally been carrying around the game with me since the start.
Yeah,
sounds good to me. In fact, I've got some amazing dice as well, so I can play some Dragonbone dice.
Yeah, those dice are amazing.
So you guys,
the dice are amazing.
Effectively, wait around in the throne room, just tending to your wounds, and effectively just taking the day off from this fucking cave, essentially.
Can I take Talion's body back into the Uber Royal Super Crypt back in the thing and lay his body to rest there? I feel he's kind of earned that.
It's up to Korgrin, really. No human has ever been granted access to lie beside Dwarven entities ever.
I'd probably say no, just for the sake. We've already desecrated the graves enough. I'm probably going to get a mighty stern talking to from Moradin for this, even though we had permission. But it's probably still not going to go down well. Maybe we can outside.
At the start of this long rest, Rennas is going to be completely and utterly with you. By the end of this long rest, Rennas is going to tell it to fuck off and take Talion's body into the nice sacred area where he belongs.
The Watcher has no problems with desecrating graves, just saying.
Jack said we had 8 hours of our effect left. I'm imitating Korgrin for those 8 hours. If those 8 hours pass during this long rest...
You have 6 hours of it left now, so...
Well, yeah. So I have more respect for Talion than I have for Korgrin's shitty dwarvish traditions. Sorry.
Ouch.
That's a yikes.
That
How many
romance is
times?
over.
How many times has Talion saved our life? How many times has your
Korgrin
history
saved?
saved your life? Yeah,
How
that's
many
you.
This
That's
is
not your history. That's not your traditions. Like Talion has actually physically done things. You just have like, we do
Directly
this.
Get my power from God.
So do I.
And I do actually respect that, but I believe that Talion deserves an honourable burial. And right now we have an open tomb and a load of ice. Now I can't dig through this ice, so the open tomb seems like the obvious choice.
Why are we arguing about stuff? What's happening? Bella had phased out a little bit, and now she's like, "What? Why is everyone yelling? What? Why is everyone yelling?"
So I'm just going to say, for the sake of brevity, all of your madness effects have now worn off.
Oh.
What about my strength reduction, by the way?
Your strength has come back after that.
Fucking no.
Fucking tastic. Christ.
Do I remember the last period of time that we had? That 8 hours.
Yeah, you remember everything.
Okay, that's fine.
You remember forgetting.
Twice.
You
Yeah.
also remember, basically, all of you, effectively, if there's any roleplay that you guys want to do, in regards to the events that have happened over the last couple of sessions, and you haven't had a chance to discuss it with any of the characters, go ahead and do it. If not, then I'll skip right ahead to the end of the rest.
Too
Can I just
exhausted, I
Put
think.
the books in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Ask Rennas if he wants a +1 dagger, because I don't think he's got any, like, other than the oath bow now, I don't think he's got any magical weapons. So
I
I'll
do
give, him,
not.
give you the
So-
+1 dagger, and I'll ask
Dagger.
anyone's position in long swords, because it's literally the same height as me. And, yeah. 'Cause I got
Great
a
sword
+1.
would be. Long sword wouldn't be.
I'm not even 4 foot, so it's nigh on the same height as me.
Again, very concerning if a long sword is 4 foot. Great sword, probably.
Fine. Do you want it or not? That is
No,
my
I've got a
question.
hammer. I've got a hammer.
Yeah, then shush.
I-
Stupid dwarf.
One dagger +1 to hit or attack.
Hang
Oh.
on. Hang on.
If it's magic, it's +1 to hit, +1 damage.
Nice dagger.
Okay.
I use that.
So,
You should be able to. It's a martial weapon.
is there anything else you guys wanted to do roleplay at all?
Okay.
Give me a sec.
2
Mm,
defeated.
I
Yeah.
might want the longsword, not
Yeah,
sure.
fair enough.
I'll come back to you on the longsword.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
Silent rest.
remove the books from my inventory and the +1 dagger, because
Don't mind that. I was just testing it.
Bella's going to be slumped on the floor. She's exhausted. I'm done with these caves. This sucks.
I feel the same way. I like sit down next to Bella, just kind of express that in just a look, and then
This sucks, dude.
yeah, like this is just a crock of shit.
Alright. So, quite a while later, after you have come to terms with everything, eventually sleep does overcome to you. Is only really going to be keeping a watch out for at the end of the sleep, or are you
I mean,
just gonna
are we actually sleeping? We are.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
yeah,
in order to
I mean-
have the effects of a long rest, you do need to sleep.
If we had to wait so long, I've done my 4 hours Elvish meditation during everyone else's downtime, and then I'll just keep watch all night. That's fine by me.
Do half elves have that?
Yes, they do.
Good to me.
You guys can take it in turns.
So, where have you put Talion's body?
Unless Korgrin has physically stopped me, I have put it in the tomb of the people. Yeah, like actually inside. Like I haven't like desecrated one of the actual coffins, but I've just laid his body down next to them in the underground big statue.
All right then. Okay, so eventually sleep overcomes some of you, and you have the most awful dreams. Dreams of mind domination and undead viziers, of death. Eventually, you wake up. You have all finished your long rest, and you're just getting your things together when you hear some noises coming from inside the crypt.
Oh no, not again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Go see Wagwan.
Yeah, fucking immediately undead is bad juju on a good day, so Korgrin is livid and just stomping towards the crypt.
Let's go.
So as you come towards the crypt, you see Talion standing there.
If you are dead, please get back in the crypt. If you're actually alive, it's good to fucking see you alive, pal.
Get back in
the crypt.
He looks at you.
And let's give him his book.
I'm sorry, what?
You died against Trigon. Do you not remember?
Who are you?
Oh no.
Oh.
I think I can hear his voice, so I go
not
forward.
again, Verity.
And I go, Talion? And then I'm there. And I'm like, is it you?
What? Who are you?
Don't worry.
Your friends, Talion.
I'm going to walk up to Talion and place his bow back in his hand.
Thank you.
Begrudgingly. This is your bow. Do you remember it?
No, I don't remember.
Can I make an arcana check on him to see if I can sense any sort of magic that might have caused this?
Go ahead and make an arcana check then. You can't tell.
It's all good.
He's looking at the bow and he's looking at you, Rennas, and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Is this mine?
The bow is yours, Talion. But if you don't remember, I'll happily look after it.
Oh.
Do you remember a unicorn named Unity?
A unicorn? No. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm very confused at the moment. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know where I am, and I don't know who you people are.
Does the name Melody ring any bells?
Yeah, for some reason, and that does ring a bell.
Yeah. You guys used to be good friends.
Oh, well. Good, I think.
There's still, you're still in there. That's good.
If you'll allow me, when we first met you a couple of days ago, you mentioned this happened before. You woke up, and actually it was my mother who woke you up. When you returned to life, you didn't have any of your memories, but over a couple of days, your unicorn friend Unity helped you restore them. I can only assume that because you passed during our last combat with an undead skeleton of a dwarven ruler, the Vizier Trigon, because you passed, you lost your memories again. They may return over time, but you were helping us through these caves because we were people that you needed to protect. And that was your quest that you'd given to yourself or was given to you?
That's a lot to unpackage. So, can you give me a moment?
Certainly. I take a couple of steps back quite happily.
Can I using the 10 strands of hair that I have from Unity, just try and reach out? And I just
Who are you reaching out to?
Hey, Unity, it's me again. I would try to contact Steve, but he never gave me anything of his because he's a little bit of a dickhead in that way. But I still love him. Peace to the dude, whatever. If you can just pass on a message to him whenever, it'd be great to be able to get in contact with him easier. That would be fine. Anyway, your friend here, he's died and now he's back again, and he doesn't remember anything. Yeah.
There's no response.
And I'm trying doing the same to Steve, where it's hey Steve, I'm trying to contact you. I don't have any of your hair.
For Steve, I want you to make a religion check,
that her
please.
friend died. Pardon?
For Steve, I want you to make a religion check, please.
Okay.
Because
Should I
he's
give
your
myself
patron.
advantage?
I mean,
Do I risk it?
if you want to put Tides of Chaos on this.
Blah, 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 blah. What is my... I've got 0 to religion, so I'm going to say yeah.
Okay.
I mean, will it make that much difference if you have a wild magic surge or someone that can't really help in any way?
I'm not saying Modern's guidance, but Modern's guidance to summon another entity seems a little bit harsh.
What if I get wild magic surge and I summon a unicorn?
Well,
have you rolled?
No, I'm still considering whether I want to make it advantage or not.
I wouldn't.
No.
Just consider the countdown thing going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay, I won't do it with Tides of Chaos.
Alright.
Thought about it really hard, though.
Good job. We have more pressing things to use your Tides of Chaos on.
100%.
I should have used it, you fool!
No, you shouldn't have. We would have ended up with something worse. We would have been killed by a Tarrasque or something.
I haven't told you the outcome. You can still use it if you want.
Oh. Oh.
And the outcome doesn't have to happen straight away. He can literally spring it on us whenever.
Exactly.
That's true. But imagine the kind of couple sessions we've been having.
Fine.
Speaking of that, it's time.
We have never had a negative Tides of Chaos, a negative wild surge yet. Just hasn't happened.
Due for one.
Not
It's
yet.
time
We
to
are
go.
definitely due for one.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be
So, are you not going to do it then?
planet
I'm going
ending.
to do it.
Alright. Then you do not feel a connection with Steve at this time.
I don't feel bad for convincing you not to.
Whatever, Steve. I totally didn't kill those Durgar because I thought you wouldn't want me to, but whatever, man.
So, Talion looks at Uranus and then towards Verity and then back to Uranus. He says, that girl is screaming out into nothing. Is she okay?
Oh, hey!
Italian. I know this is a lot for you to take on board right now, but you have been in this case for us, with us for the last 2 days now. You've been helping us. You saved our ass several times. We genuinely thought you died. I don't know if you came back to life after you died is a normal thing. A little bit weird for us, but for all we knew, you died. We tried to bring you back. We healed you. I laid your body to rest.
I feel like I just had a very long sleep.
Well, I'm very glad that you're not dead. But it's a little bit weird for us too. We generally thought you died. I might have looted a corpse. I sheepishly hand over some arrows.
Well, I appreciate it.
It was a purely pragmatic thing. I mean, we genuinely thought you were dead. We didn't think you needed them. So, and I thought your bow would help me throughout these caves.
If you die, I'll remember that you won't need your stuff.
Well, yeah. Trust me, if I proper die and you take my stuff, I won't mind at all. But your stuff's better than my stuff, so.
Shall we move on? Should we do stuff?
You
So,
won't
yeah.
leave these caves, Talion. They're pretty cold, they're pretty shit.
Yeah, certainly not very good.
There's some orcs around that we want to find. Do you want to come help us find them?
Please come with us.
Why don't we get out of here? I think that would be better.
I'm gonna stay close to him and just be like, so the name that I mentioned before that you recognized, that's my mum, and she left some little notebooks around, and they mention you in them. I don't know, it might help you restore your memory. If you wanted to read them, I can let you.
Yeah, let's read them when we have a chance. I'm not very good at reading on the move.
Not a problem, but if you wanted to read them, I've got them.
I appreciate that, thank you. So, the party begins to leave. Oh, Loic's already fucked down there. I was wondering where Loic's thing
It's
was.
time to go.
Literally just went.
You guys promised me riches in this cave, and all I found is squalor, despair, unspeakable evil. It's time to go.
I swear you promised us a way through, but okay.
I thought everyone promised gold!
Can I go over to the golden door and try and save fucking Demolde?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
you get back to the door and you save Demolde. And as you do, there is a small pulse. It'll last for... There's like an energy in the air that lasts for a few moments and then dissipates.
It doesn't open.
That's right, yeah.
Fuck's sake.
What about with the key?
The key was for the door in the tomb. I believe
Yes,
is there a key slot?
No key slots for this door.
I say Drogon Demolde, Trigon Demolde.
No effect. No change, no effect.
What's the fucking name of this place again?
Drogon the Morda.
Drogon Demolde, Aranzala, fucking
Birds!
yeah, basically.
The only shift that you can feel is when you say Demolde.
We're not gonna guess this. Let's keep moving.
No. South. We've established his fucking pit traps. South.
Yeah.
But I mean, the pit traps, I mean, there's two of us that can cast fly. Pit traps seem a non-problem.
Well,
if we
you were
fly
in the
across them.
process of climbing the waterfall before you found that.
Yes, there was like another stone on top of the waterfall. We stopped at the first one. I didn't actually mean to ask, but I missed us leaving there. So that second stone, is that actually there? Can we climb to the second one?
Yeah.
I definitely want to go back and climb up there. In fact, I wouldn't have got this far. I assumed we got out to the waterfall, I'd have said that. But sorry, I was distracted.
All right, so for the sake of brevity, it does not take the party too long to climb up to there. And when you get to the other side, you're able to climb up over the side of the waterfall, and you have now come across a new area.
Ooh, there's a big carving of a stone.
I don't know where I am. I'm not on the map anymore. Hang on. There we are.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can see some. Oh no. Oh boy. There are some.
There's
tokens.
lots of scary things,
Let's go
but
back
there's
down.
also a stone.
So, initially, this stone, it's effectively a monument that marks the beginning of private property that belonging to Clan Dagger.
I mean, is the whole city not belonging to them?
You were basically just in his home. So now, ahead of you, you can see what looks to be. Anyone who wants to, you can make a nature check. Arri, you can do it at advantage.
I want to. Druid stuff. Where's nature? Oh, my nature's not. very
I'm
good.
not at disadvantage anymore. I'm very excited to roll a 6.
Alright, so
The natural power courses through me.
ahead of you, you can see a crag cat
It's a crag.
currently drinking from the river.
Oh,
To the left, you can hear the snores and pants of what is probably a winter wolf. To the right, you can see a shadow humanoid creature sort of standing about and apparently conversing in an unknown language to something in the water.
What do I see to the right, sorry? What kind of creature?
It's a fish-like creature, humanoid. You can't see the features of it.
Excuse me.
However, you have heard of something like this before. It looks like a Sahagin.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
And they are pretty vicious fish-like creatures that usually serve a shark god, but have been known to be subjected to other such creatures. It's not a wild guess to assume that they may have a devotion to Kurazal.
Okay. I will.
But it hasn't noticed you yet. It seems to be talking to things that are in the water.
I'll pass on this information.
I mean, have a devotion to something that's dead. Is that not a bad thing?
I think I'd rather take my chances with the spikes in the pit.
Yeah.
They would be over to our right anyway, so it's still the same direction.
Crag cats, winter wolf, fishy face. Don't know. We should probably scary, spooky.
So, where do you guys want to go? Where do you guys want to go?
I fancy the right. Fish things seem less.
Question.
I feel less bad about killing fish things than polar bear looking things and wolf looking things.
Verity wants to ask a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Would I remember from my orb visions if there are any orbs this way?
You don't know the directions. You only knew the areas. This area is not familiar to you.
God damn.
There was a lot of the slime caves of Kurazal's territory that we didn't explore, which should be easy and nobody's fucking dead. It's also
This is true.
backtracking
Yeah,
ways we know.
this is your residual area that has a little bit of slime, but you can see it's fading.
Hmm.
And because the water is no longer toxic, it means that more animals are coming back.
That was quick. We only just go then. Oh no, it's been a solid day. We can head back if you feel like we should go back.
Yeah, if there's nothing specific up here that people know about,
We did
I guess we don't. We can head back.
Yeah,
If we have to
know
pick a
that one.
direction, right is preferable over bears and wolves. Fuck fish things. They're not even animals.
wolves are asleep. We could try and, pass without trace. Pass.
Could be a good
So
idea.
it's been about an hour since you guys left the tomb. I've been wandering about the caves and climbing the waterfall. And it's at this point, Talion says, "Didn't we kill a wolf once?"
We did.
Yes,
That
we
was
did.
in this cave.
We did, yes.
Huh. I say we go left. Then. If we killed them once, we can do it again.
Well, see, now there's two of them.
I mean, we also killed a giant skeletal dwarf, but I don't see any of them about. It's not necessarily the best logic. But I'm happy to throw Talion a bow. I did steal his bow when I thought he was dead.
You say some very strange things, Rennas. Hey, I know your name.
Well done.
Yeah!
Is it because I mentioned stealing? You remember my name?
Things are coming back to me.
I'm very happy. This is great.
This is an odd feeling.
I bet.
You'd best get used to those odd feelings while we're in this cave. It's been nothing but odd feelings from start to finish, to be fair. I think the reasons might be slightly different for you, but it's been weird for all of us.
So
If you
because
want
we're
to pass-
surrounded, I am just going to cast Pass Without Trace anyway.
Okay.
Should we try and just sneak through the wolves?
I like that idea.
Yep.
But let
All right.
me
Can we
fight
get stealth checks from everybody then, please?
Stealth? I like... We spilled too much blood in this cave. Watch me fail my check here. I'm gonna add my 1d10 onto that.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Well, you will get a 10 anyway because I passed without trace.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
If we want the path of least resistance, it's backtracking through the easier Corozal caves. But if we want to fight more wolves, disrupt the local ecology even further, then that's fine.
I mean, at this point, I just don't even know
So,
in the direction.
the lowest stealth is 18 from Arri. Alright, so you guys proceed onwards towards the left. And then you get closer and oh shit, I'm taking the fucking monument as well. As you guys get closer, you can tell that these creatures are actually sleeping. If you want to proceed onwards, you could probably get past them without waking them up.
Wonderful. I'd like to keep an eye on them when I'm
Yep.
I want to look at them and study them for future possibilities.
They're apparently pack creatures.
They're pretty, is what they are.
Yeah, they are. They're certainly pretty. Okay, so you guys proceed onwards. And as you get over to the next cave, about 20 minutes of walking later, it opens up to a more hilly kind of area, plenty of ice, sort of walls, boulders in the way. Looking right, it leads back to the area where there are more crag cats. Ahead appears to be a strange shape hidden through all the ice. But the immediate attention is caught left because as soon as you turn around the corner, there are two orcs there. They immediately seem to go, "Oi, does anyone speak Orcish?
Me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Otti,
broke a piece
these
of
two are
the
saying, "What the fuck? Who are these two? Halt! Stay right there. You are not allowed to pass."
That's fine. We don't want to go past.
Well, is that you only understand that Loic if Otti is translating? Sorry. So they basically surprised to see you. They tell you to halt and come no further. Only you understand Otti, and you would have to provide translations to the rest of it. That's what you want to do.
They want us to stop.
No. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's not what Bella meant.
I'm going to say to them, I'm going to say that we mean you no harm. We just want to get past. Please let us past.
Oh. Are you saying that to them in Orcish?
Yes.
So they say to you, "Beyond is a great danger. Mustn't not go. Where is your destination?"
Out.
Turn round, head left, go north.
I'm going to translate that to everyone.
Okay.
So that's what they told us the exit is.
They are still on guard about you guys, but they are more curious to find like actual living people in these caves.
So what are you guarding?
The many faces of ice.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. What's it about?
It is great danger. Inside lies the eternal flame. We wait for orders from Grad before continuing.
Ooh, that sounds really interesting. Tell me more.
Our clan is camped within these caves. We are seeking the eternal flame. Grad can tell you more, but our duty is to prevent people from entering beyond, lest the many faces of ice awaken and bring wrath to all.
These guys sound pretty honorable.
Were you frozen in time and having bad dreams?
No,
Huh.
this entire place is one bad dream, but we weren't frozen.
Well, yes, this is where we know that.
Many others have frozen and perished. They are weak.
Yeah, we weren't frozen. We had some bad dreams, and we managed to defeat the person. We managed to kill him who made them. So hopefully they should be okay now.
Well, you should have a drink. A great victory must always be met with drink.
We've had a drink. Well, I've had a drink.
You've
I
had
don't
the
understand
time to
drinking any
drink.
language.
Please, can we come and drink with you and celebrate this great achievement that we've done on your behalf?
Do you wish to see God?
Of course, of course.
He is a great journey away. Quickest way to him is beyond, but great danger for many faces of ice within. You will not survive.
Okay, I'm going to translate this to everyone. What do we want to do? Should we go towards the camp and try and find this guy, or do we try and find the exit?
Maybe they're one and the same.
I mean, he said the exit was in the other direction, right? So he said, what, south, west, north?
North.
So
Fish.
they'll give you directions. The way out of the cave is not the way towards Grad. The quickest way to Grad is right behind them. The safest way to Grad is to go back the way you came and various other directions.
Last option.
I'm all for danger and going left, personally. That's just Rennas' stupid nature, which is why Rennas is half dead and vulnerable to poison.
Safest option, please.
Are we forgetting though that we just got the piss smashed out of us by like a undead dwarven god?
Been so much.
And considering the trials that Arri's been put through in these caves, she doesn't quite fancy. Very un-Arri-like, but she doesn't quite fancy.
Especially
going
when someone is explicitly telling us this is going to be dangerous.
Why the fuck is the gentleman approaching us?
Oh god!
As you point this out, you see a very tall slime man wearing a top hat run away.
I don't know if anyone else knows this, but like, I still have an orb inside of me. That's still a thing.
Yeah.
And I want to
Exactly.
find 3 more.
Slightly concerned.
Exactly.
Split decision. We saw this guy. Do we want to chase him or not?
No.
Nope.
Fair enough.
I'm tired. Let's go the long way, whatever.
Yeah,
Bella's
I'm gonna
grumpy.
I mean, if you're tired, the short way sounds better, surely.
No,
I'm in the
it sounds
Loic
dangerous, Rennas. Stop it.
Fine, we're going the long way. I'm up for the long way. Fine. I bow to the party's wisdom.
Will they give us explicit instructions of exactly where to go?
Yes.
We definitely won't get lost.
It depends if the path has changed or not. They've been here for a solid 4 days.
How close is this long route to the way we need to go to exit the cave if they're on the same route? Like, how much of a detour is it?
What? So, to go see Grad is in completely the wrong direction to getting out of the caves.
Okay, I vote against seeing Grod.
Yeah, but the rest of us all want the orbs. The orbs are important, Loic.
Vote in chat.
The more we
Oh, we've been doing
explore,
it.
the more orbs we find.
We'll go with
I never want to leave these
You have
caves.
3 options.
It was
You
the
can
whole
head
reason
left.
we got these extra sessions so that we could finish this cave fully and then leave.
It was, to be fair.
Alright, so there are 3 options here. You can head left, which is the most direct route to Grad, but also apparently the most dangerous. You can leave the cave, or you can backtrack on yourself and continue to go around the caves in order to get to the location.
Vote in chat.
So 3 long ways.
How, if we're looking at the way out of the cave, what sort of obstacles look like they're presented? Like how much of it do we, like how close are we is what I'm saying.
If Otti asks that, the orcs say that the way out is very near.
Okay. As long as we are able to get there in time and we don't have to slog through.
However, Grad is quite a long way, so.
But to be fair, if we at least clear what's on the way to him, then we could backtrack pretty easily.
Alright, so if you're choosing to backtrack, alright, so they are going to give you very, very clear instructions as to what is the most direct route.
Tell Arri she's the smart, memory one.
Did they say what the danger was going left, by the way? I'm happy to backtrack. I was just wondering what the danger actually was.
They call it the many faces of ice.
Okay.
Sounds like a
Right,
brain.
so in order to get to Grad by taking the long way, you need to head back the way you came, go back down the waterfall, head south, and then keep on heading south, following the river, until you get to a circular island, so where the river circles around. Then you continue to head west. Then you go west again, and this is where you enter Yeti territory. Eventually, you go as far west as you can, and then you come to a dead end where the only option is to go north. By heading northway, you come into a very, very large area with a whole bunch of ruins into it that most of you recognize as where you fought the Remorazes. Then you head north, continue to head north as far as you can go, and then eventually you get to the camp.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we've got a long walk on our hands.
Let's not walk on our hands, I'll probably fall over.
Okay.
So as you guys say goodbye to these orcs, they uncharacteristically actually wish you good luck. They know that there are many, many dangers within the cave, and yeah, but you guys are stealthing, and your lowest stealth is still 18. So
It's a breath of fresh air. They don't attack us.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
they haven't been ordered to attack anyone. They've just been ordered to prevent people from walking past for safety, essentially.
They were some nice orcs. That was interesting.
Yep. Let's go.
I refer to them as brother, and I thank you, brothers. It's been much appreciated, and then walk off.
Of course, sister. Anytime.
Didn't know you had
What are your names?
Our names are inconsequential. We are simply Orcs of Clan Hawktooth.
You both have the same name? That's weird.
You've been so helpful that I want to pain myself to have your names permanently imprinted on my body.
Jesus.
Then simply call us Hawktooth, for we are.
Hawktooth 4 we are. Okay.
Inconsequential Hawktooth. That's their names. Both of them.
Alright, so you guys head back the way you came to eventually get to this area here.
Yeah.
I'm a curious man is going to bite us in the butt at some point. Just know
Yeah,
it.
sure, well,
From this direction, where are you going to go?
South.
South.
Okay, so you head down.
South.
So it takes you the better part of 15 minutes to get back down the waterfall, but without much issue. You get to this area here. You know this area very well. You continue to head south until you get to this little area here. In order to continue south, you'll have to go into the water. Is that what you do?
I thought we headed west here.
Go
the
west.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
It's whether we want to go through the water or if we want to go west. The way we were given was west. Was south.
Yeah, so south until we get
We
to
go
the
south
island.
then. Let's just follow the instructions and take whatever shit they give us.
Can I get everybody to make a Constitution saving throw then, please?
Oh, what a surprise.
So Rennas, you'll take 6 points of cold damage. Loic will take Loic and Bella, you'll also take 6 points of cold damage. As you dive into the water and swim across, eventually you get to the other side. Oh, fuck's sake, I'm trying to select everybody, but it's not letting. There we go. There we go. You get to the other side and you find the now half-eaten bodies of the elks that you witnessed the other day dying.
As we're walking through this area, I'm just gonna walk over to Otti and hold her hand. This is where the mum thing happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to the circular island and now it's head west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So...
Hello?
You get into this area.
Verity popping in with a...
With a 1.
Natural 1!
Verity, you also take 6 points of cold damage.
West?
Okay.
Yeah, west.
West until we could only head north, was it not?
Oh, I could see. Okay, let's keep moving.
Apparently I suck at listening.
West?
Yeah, it's west
So,
to
west from here?
yeah territory, which we're almost at, I believe. If it's where we killed them. Oh, there they are. There's the dead boys.
North?
Yeah, it said when you get to a dead end where you can only go north, you go north.
So you get to...
And it's just keep going north.
You guys definitely recognize this area. You find the corpses of the Remorazes, which you have skinned.
Yes. Now I remember which ones the Remorazes were. My memory sucks.
North.
Where's the bit that Rennas had his trip in? Because we should have gone past that. I'm just really confused about the layout of the map now.
Oh, we've walked past that. That was down... was it by the Elks? I thought I had it down closer to the Giants' house. Oh, yeah, no, by the Elks. I headed north.
You?
I wasn't first, but I was early on. I headed north from the Elks and through the slime and found a tiefling hand and went crazy.
Okay.
Thought Korgrin was some sort of decent person, not like, the goody-goody two-shoes that he clearly is.
North again?
Yeah, let's keep
so
going.
you come into this area. You find several interesting things. You find a pile of skeletons that have been gnawed and chewed upon. Verity, you recognise this area as where there was a winter wolf, but it currently is not there. You find an elk that has been half-eaten and is frozen over. And you see an orcish body at the back of the cavern that looks to have been completely and utterly frozen, as well as various frozen bodies around here.
It's the pile of skellies. Yo.
Do you just want to continue onwards?
Huh. That's weird. A lot's happened in the time we've been in here. Yeah, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Rennas is frozen.
We were here. Oh, move. Damn it. I'll stream it. Thumbs up forever.
Well, Bella is always next to Otti, Verity, so...
What are you going to do? I don't trust you.
So Bella and Otti, around your head,
Why are you gonna
sparkling...
out me like this, man? Come on.
It's easy if you just tell me what you want to do. But yeah, around Otti and Bella, sparkly love hearts appear.
When I shouts bow chicka bow wow and laughs out loud.
So you guys have been traversing through these caves for the better part of about another 4 hours now. So
Oh, it feels like 2 minutes, which is weird because often, like 2 minutes feels like about 4 hours. Really strange.
it's been it's been about 4 hours since you met those orcs traversing back to the caves.
And more.
As you have gone on, Talion has at this point he is claiming that he basically remembers everything now.
Hey, welcome back.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Sorry about that.
Try to die less.
Like it, yeah.
Do you
I
remember
mean,
your insecurities now?
I mean, it doesn't feel like I died. It just feels like I was knocked out. Yes.
Secretly a revenant, and like you're not done getting revenge, and you want to kill things.
I don't know. Can you detect undead or anything?
No, I'm not a paladin, unfortunately, which is ironic considering a cleric is more holy than a paladin, but you know they're more Deus Vult, purge the undead.
I mean, sucks to be you then, I guess.
A little bit, aye. Most days, yeah.
As you are proceeding onwards, you can see in the cave east of you there is a chest at the very back of it, along with an ice stalactite that is hanging from the ceiling. It's pretty big, actually, quite impressive.
Rennas perks up at the sound of a chest. I know this isn't the way, but surely this will take a quick second, guys.
And then I point up to the stalactite that's hanging from the ceiling.
And I see it, but if I run as quick as I can past it, I mean, how quick can it fall? I'm game for trying if no one physically stops me.
Can I
Let's
check
calculate this. How high is it?
It's about 30 feet from the ground.
Yeah, so Rennas is going to run like full pelt straight towards the chest.
Okay. So, as you run full pelt towards the chest, you get about there.
That's not very far.
The stalactite begins to move once you get there.
What begins to move, sorry?
It's gonna drop, don't do it.
I am willing to bet the stalactite is going to be a deck saving throw, which we all know the magical ring will save me.
No, because tendrils burst forth, ice tendrils.
It's probably something.
I stopped running forwards very, very upsetly.
Too late. This is happening instantaneously.
I'm not actually upset about that at all. I wanted to do this. I just felt bad for the party ruining their story. So, yay. Sorry, guys.
All right, what's your armor class?
It's fine.
15.
15. That is a hit. A tendril has burst forth and has grappled you around the waist and has lifted you off of the ground. You immediately take 2 points of cold damage as the stalactite falls down to the ground and shifts around. You can see eyes and you can see a mouth with gawping, crystallized teeth.
You're not a stalactite, you cheating bastard!
I know the token doesn't represent it, but this is a creature known as a roper. However, it appears to be made entirely of ice and crystals.
I won't judge if you fireball him.
Fireball is a deck save, correct?
Ew, that thing's ugly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Go
for pretty ugly.
Yeah.
You are. Hold on, you're grappled.
It was
That makes you automatically fail.
with the ring.
No, it doesn't mean you can still avoid things apparently when you're grappled. Oh, that's interesting. Restrained is the one where you automatically fail. Oh, well, you do have disadvantage in dexterity saving throws. That's interesting. Anyways, so this creature, more tendrils burst forth, and it looks like they've got some extremely long reach about them. Probably they can reach you from where you're standing. However, that is where we're going to call it for tonight, guys.